And here we are. We're live on YouTube. It's happening. Wow. Just as we promised. A live show on YouTube on a Wednesday. Mason in Portland says we have 31,000 subs. That's exciting.
Wow.
Very cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Subscribe, hit like, hit notify. So that you'll know, like I have on my iPad right here, that we just went live. See, I'm subscribed to this channel. Someone called me out for not being subscribed to. Wait, whose channel was
Lucy's.
it?
Kaylee.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I thought I was subscribed to her channel.
No,
well, you are on the Patreon. Correct.
I'm not on her Patreon. No.
Oh, okay. Then you're not subscribed.
Oh, shit.
Whoops.
Maybe I'm on with my other YouTube account because I also have the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube account. But I use my personal account for this show because I have premium, so I don't see ads.
Gotcha.
When we pull whatever. All right, I fucking subscribe. They
They bullied you
shamed
into it.
me into it.
That's just the endorsement she was looking for.
Yep. It's definitely worth it. Get over there. Once over with Kaylee.
What were you waiting for?
You don't want to miss it. All right. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a big show, so we'll get started momentarily. But before we start the show, I want to complain about travel. No, I'm kidding. What do you think about... we got a lot of people talking about this episode of Point Dabble Point on Monday. Now, I've heard from a lot of people they enjoyed the episode. We had some great segments. And, of course, Quadfather was on there to argue with Shuley about time frames and things. And a lot of people were saying that they didn't watch it because Quadfather's on there. But it has a lot of views. So I get the sense that people were watching it. And then I saw, I don't know if it was on our subreddit or something, but someone was wondering how we were going to handle this controversy.
Oh, how
on
are
the
we?
show today. I was going to ask you, Adam.
I didn't see it anywhere in the pages you sent.
I didn't come prepared with anything.
So
for
I don't
that.
know how to feel about it. I have no thoughts. Let me
I
know.
thought it was a fun episode.
My script just says, this is an outrage.
Oh,
It's not how you're
shit.
supposed to read it.
Oh, okay.
When I put it in all caps,
Oh.
it says slam table with
Not
fist.
okay.
I even gave you stage direction and everything. Jesus. You're the worst at
I'm
this.
just not used to this.
It's not great.
I mean, I understood people's reaction to it. I understood that they were very divided. I got where they were coming from. I didn't think there was anything wrong with talking to people who have different opinions, especially if there's like a chance to reveal and roast and expose maybe. I went on Quad Show and I sat there for hours, and all he wanted to ask me about was relationships with people that I've never met that have committed crimes. I explained to him how I felt about it, and we left on friendly terms. And at the end of the show, he posted a thing that said BYB would no longer be talking about any of that stuff.
Okay.
It's done. So I
Great.
thought, oh, that's interesting. Then we roasted him for getting really drunk, and he wrote me an email that I didn't ask for, and he was just like, hey, man, that was really hard for me to watch. Like, that was a tough watch. I
didn't know about this.
This is why I don't drink as much as I used to, and I'm
okay.
kind of embarrassed. I was like, wow. You know, I was actually starting to feel something. So we invited him on the show, but it turns out his word means nothing. I mean, most people knew that. I'm sorry that I didn't. He says that PDP gets everything wrong. I just didn't realize he was so bad at it. I didn't know he was so slow, so diminished, like this Easter Island head on top of Lieutenant Dan, like spinning in circles, thinking he's forging a path forward, and really he's just heading us straight into the bottom of the pool.
I like how you took your time with that. It was artful.
I thought you were going to say something nice.
No, I mean, I would love to hear somebody, that was the point of the show, I thought,
Yeah.
was for someone to say, no, you're wrong, John is justified in this. But
Right.
if you spent a year co-hosting with somebody and you have nothing to say about it, if you're asked your thoughts on doxing and you have nothing to say about it, like, I'm really sorry I put the audience through something so just laborious, just that circuitous way he has of thinking. There were so many great moments, so many really great moments, but that's why we clip them and show them some other place. Like, this wasn't the place for him to just try and, have some kind of moment. So I feel, for that, I am sorry. I am. No one,
You don't do apologize. But do apologize to Shuley.
But no, I mean, Shuley, that was the other thing. People were they're like, how dare you ambush them like that? I'm like, they knew what was happening. This was not a surprise.
Yeah,
They
yeah. No,
knew in
I sent
advance.
Julia a heads up of who was going to be on the show.
Yeah, we
ahead of
discussed
time.
it. This was
Right.
not like how, go. I'm putting you up with your enemy now, go. I wouldn't do that. That's not fun for anybody. I thought we were done talking about this stuff. He made a statement saying we were done talking about this stuff, not I'm coming on the show to just rehash the same points no one wants to hear about.
That's partly my fault. He wasn't going to bring it up, and I'm just like, are we going to not talk about this? So I might have been partly my fault.
There was a bit of that, and then Shuli came in super hot. It was so funny because I had this joke ready to go about how Shuli had a heart out, and when I said it, he finally broke. Like, oh, I have a heart out? You think it's because of this fucking guy? I was like, no, I was just making a joke about how you leave early, buddy.
That is true. Shuli sat up for 2.5 hours, which is a record.
And Adam had a joke.
All sorts of crazy things happen. So, yeah, if you missed Point Dabble Point, that's up on our channel. And if you subscribe to our Patreon, you get the audio feed of that. I sent that out to everyone for their RSS feeds if you're still listening to the podcast, as podcasts were meant to be enjoyed and appreciated. We do have supertip.gg/WATP. And the reason why you go there is to make sure that you destroy the show, ruin the momentum, make it all about you. You're like, I'm watching the show, but I should be part of the show. I'm going to make this about me. And so I want to check that out real quick. Supertip.gg/WATP. Destriga. I think he tried to put this one in at the end of Point Dabble Point. And I think he just didn't get it in time.
Quadfather has to have an open mind. Letting a Jamaican woman wipe your ass every day is mind-opening.
Quad, why are you online at all? Your opinion is worthless. You can't even produce an ounce of evidence that Shuli's done anything wrong.
I hope the cops come to your home and Abner Louima you.
Wow. Strong opinions. I'm sorry Quad wasn't here to see that one. He did put up with a lot of abuse. I'll give Quad a lot of credit on that.
I sat on his show for longer. There was twice as many people, and the chat was twice as mean. And normally that chat is just being mean to Shuli, so he got a break.
Okay. Herb Beta Patch coming in.
Is Lucy willing to do work, poor boner?
We'll get back to you on that. Geary Rexwork. Carl, there's a Rush tribute band, Why Not, playing Saturday night in Buffalo at Buffalo Ironworks. Look them up. They're really very good. You have to be very good to be in a Rush cover band. And I love Ironworks. That's a good venue.
I love that name.
Yeah, why not? It's not bad. All right, I will look that up. Thank you, Geary Rexwork.
Can you imagine a bad Rush cover band?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be hilarious.
They're not even near. They're just not even close.
I got my algorithm showing me like these teenagers who were playing Spirit of the Radio, and I just sat there and watched the whole thing. I'm like, this is incredible. They could do this.
I'm not saying we're accomplished musicians, but we've been around.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it.
We've tried.
We tried. We got close, but we couldn't do it. Our drummer's the most talented, and he tapped out. So.
Oh, well, he didn't like the song. In fact, he sabotaged us.
He doesn't
on
like
that.
Rush.
I know, he's ridiculous. He sabotaged us on that one. Weird comment. I liked all the little digs the Quad didn't get. There was some of that going on. Big Daddy Dodo coming in.
Part.
Oh, Adam Bush, you know good guy. You know good guy.
That's true.
Take that.
KFT, who I believe is Carl's Frosted Tips. He's just shortened his name.
Very
I just
cool.
realized that recently.
He's opening for Why Not.
Shuli is the king of super tips, you dumb fuck. The J took over the F, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, Carl Shuli owns your ass. You just do it. Carl Shuli bent you over and fucked your ass. I mean, made pottery.
He is always on the leaderboard for Super Tip. He is crushing it over there. Thomas Pearson became a member of the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Thomas. We just did a bonus show this past weekend that you'll see underneath the membership tab. And all the past bonus shows as well. And all the future ones you can see there and watch the show on Saturdays. Beta Patch, Pride Month is over. Change your shirt, please. He's talking to Adam?
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think so. A little loud, but I'm okay.
Come on.
A little loud.
Hey, come on. Come on. All right. Let's get the show started. I think it's time.
It's time.
Today's show is brought to you by Magic Mind, the world's first mental performance shot. Right now, they're giving my listeners the best discount they've ever offered, 60% off your subscription. Visit magicmind.com/WATP60 and use the promo code WATP 60.
I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is a we just do it kind of show.
This is only a test.
How you doing? Everything
Episode
639. Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Cuz-a-roo.
Slapperoonie.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, Rubber Dicks and Cuzzaroos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcast, the only show that doesn't fuck with lions, tigers, bears, or roller coasters. I'm your host, Carl. With me every Wednesday, a man who shows up in more places than Snoop Dogg. It's Adam Bush.
I accept an invitation. Happy to be here, Carl.
Producer Chris is here as well.
Hello.
Please go to whoarethese.com. That's where you get our email address, voicemail number, link to our subreddit, link to our Discord server, link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, and that link to Patreon and Supercast featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every month when you sign up on Patreon, Supercast, or our YouTube channel. You get the bonus shows we just did this past Sunday, Living in the Past with Stuttering John, which was a great episode. It also included more of John's interview with Joe Coy from the Koi Pond, as well as episode 11 of the Stuttering John podcast from 2018. So worth checking out. The other thing you can get on our website is a link to tickets to see us live September 5th at Chrissy Mayer's Content Hotel. We'll be in a theater at the Villa Roma Resort September 5th at 7:30 p.m. You'll have the 3 of us, as well as Anthony Cumia. We'll have Chrissy, Missy, Jenny. It's going to be a whole crew. I'm going to try to get Rich Voss on the show.
Wow.
He's performing
Richie.
after us. Yeah, I'll get Richie. We have Dave Landau's going to be down there doing a stand-up show. We have a bunch of comedy shows on there to check out. If you want to spend the weekend with us, you can. We'll be at the resort hanging out. Or if you want to just come down for our show, WATPlive.com is where you can go to get tickets, or that link from our homepage. Also, we have a low ticket alert in Detroit at the Magic Bag. September 12th, we'll be live at the Magic Bag. There's a link on whoarethese.com to get your tickets for that. Don't cry to me when it's sold out and you didn't get your tickets. That's also with Dave Landau.
Oh, yeah.
And Drew Lane and that whole crew. That's going to be a really fun show. It always is. Every year. Our 4th year playing the Magic Bag in Detroit, Ferndale, actually, Michigan. And we always sell out. And we always let Eric Zane come. Also, we encourage our listeners, give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you review podcasts, and then shit all over us in the comments section. The review girls will be up later on to give us an update on that. Today, we'll be talking about Brendan Schaub, Chris D'Elia, and Eric Griffin with another disastrous episode of The Golden Hour. I couldn't believe what Chris was talking about when it came to the Diddy case. SteelToe is forced to beg for the goal again, and he does not like it. Karmic X calls Shuli and me out big time. We meet a new version of Opie, Hero Opie, after he was saving lives on the beach this week. We also have another round of 2 Minutes with Tom from Cardiff, and the debut of a brand new game, Is It Gay, with review girl Megan. But first, Stuttering John worked for Stephanie Miller. But before he worked there, he was a guest, just like The Tonight Show. This is almost exactly 10 years ago. On July 17th, 2015, John appeared on Stephanie Miller's Happy Hour show. And this is just for Stephanie Miller subscribers. They were drinking during the show. And so John is in his element. He loves it. And Stephanie introduces him and does not know who the fuck he is.
Well, it's an extra fuck happy hour fucking podcast because our guest is Stuttering John
Melendez.
Melendez from the Howard
Yes,
Stern
Melendez.
Show.
I didn't kill my parents.
So I think we were talking about this when we were playing some clips. And I just want to say, this is amazing. Andre got me all of these episodes of Stuttering John on Stephanie Miller's Happy Hour. We have the entire vault has been opened up to us, which I believe is never before seen in the Dabbleverse. Yes. This content. So we'll be going through it. This is very exciting. But we were asking the question on Point Dable Point because we were playing some clips from this. Is Stephanie Miller a Howard Stern fan? And I would say the answer is no, because she thought his name was John Menendez. Anyone who's a Stern fan would know it's Stuttering John Melendez. I would think.
And John couldn't get that joke out fast enough.
I know. That's his go-to.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of go-tos.
It's in the chamber.
A period of time, the Menendez name was much more popular than the Melendez one. They were probably covering it. They're just used to saying it.
That's true.
And John loves this because he gets to have that opening joke, which he wouldn't have.
I would say that period of time is right now. The Menendez brothers are
happening again,
much more in the news than Melendez is.
Yes.
Well, then we find out that Stephanie is just a huge Stern fan.
Okay.
I'm so thrilled to have you in. Because I obviously, all of us radio geeks, listen to Howard from, the time we were in the womb.
Sure you did. I'm not buying it. I've been listening to the Stern since when I was in the womb. She might be about the same age as Stern. I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Her father's like a famous politician.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his deal is. Didn't seem like a Stern listener to me, but
probably not. But whatever. I understand you're on the radio. You have to give homage to Howard Stern, pretend that you liked that and that you're a fan of John. And we find out that when John first met Stephanie Miller, now John was a fan of Stephanie Miller's show because he stopped listening to Howard. He wouldn't pay for Sirius. And so he was listening to Stephanie on AM station out in LA, 1150. And he'd be listening when he'd be commuting to his job. And so when Stephanie showed up at the Tonight Show, John met Stephanie for the first time. And you won't believe what his icebreaker was.
And I'm backstage. And first John comes back and says, "Oh my God, my daughter's gay and you're her hero." And I was like, "Oh, you're fucking Stuttering John. Holy fuck." And then Jay walks in and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?
How you doing? Everything good with you? I don't know.
And he was jumping up. And hey, you make it through security. What?
John faces himself a Jay Leno impressionist. Yeah. I got to give this one to Stephanie. She actually had better material.
Yes.
She
could hit the high notes.
Yep, that too. So John's icebreaker is like, "You're gay, my daughter's gay." Cool. Sweet. You like the Dodgers? My daughter likes the Dodgers. Like, what are we doing?
Well, she loves that, his daughter. She's always like, "Tell him I'm gay. Tell him I'm gay."
Right, yes, of course. So then she talks about this awkward conversation she had with Jay Leno about stealing a bit. Apparently, on Stephanie Miller's show, they did this thing about the Simpsons bunch during the O.J. Simpson trial, and it was like based on the Brady Bunch. And then later that night on the Tonight Show, she saw the exact same bit, and so she had to talk to Jay about this and have this awkward conversation.
And I'm sure this has happened to Stern. He talks about it all the time. It happens to Jay. People go, "Oh, that's my fucking joke. I told that, and that ended up on blah, blah, blah."
Well, the reason why I pulled that clip is because we played a clip on Point Dable Point on Monday where we discovered the origin of the Mexico parade joke that John tells nonstop. And this is, I'm going to play it again. Craig Shoemaker was a guest on the show. And now what we're watching now is before John worked for them. This is him as a guest. But now we're going to fast forward to John actually being a booker. He was booking the guest and he was on mic personality. And we see this.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy fucking happy hour. The Love Master's here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Craig Shoemaker's in the house.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's right, baby. Yeah. One night with me, you'll be sweating like Donald Trump at a Mexican hat dance. That's right, baby. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So John would go on to change that to Mexico parade or something.
He's not very smart.
No, he's not.
Or funny.
But he loves that joke. He tells it all the time, and now we find out that it was ripped off from Craig Shoemaker.
In defense of Shoemaker, I bet for that week there was something going on in the news where that might have just gotten a little chuckle. Because even he looked over like, that wasn't that funny. He gave that little sheepish grin. He's doing a voice. He's just doing shtick. He's not like, this I'm going to put in my act and say for the next 30 years every night.
It seemed off the cuff. Where John's never off the cuff. And I have a hard time sometimes clipping these old appearances by John because he repeats all the stuff we've heard him say a million times in these interviews. And sometimes I want to call him out for it. And other times I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, it's like we understand his deal at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The guy is not original.
I just sat through an interview and I had to sit through the whole thing to find 2 minutes of him saying something new because they asked him a random question he didn't have like a Tourette's tick for that he just automatically goes to. So he was forced to say something, and it's hilarious. It's great.
No, well, we'll play that next week. I'm looking forward to that. But first, they're talking about, remember, this is 2015. So I think Trump just recently announced that he'll be running for president as a Republican. And no one was really taking him seriously back then. Everyone knew Trump, but they were not happy about it. And so they're talking about all these Trump memes that have been going around.
Yeah, we shall overcome.
Yes.
Have you heard you can Trump your cat now? People are putting little Trump toupees
wigs
on their hat on their cats.
And I'm kind of friendly with Donald. Yeah, because I've talked to him. I mean, he gave me real estate advice, and
The last time we had Joan Rivers on, she just couldn't talk enough about what a great guy he is. And she's just done The Apprentice and blah blah blah.
No, I mean,
I'm like, oh.
No, I mean,
He's just a whole ass, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
not even a half ass.
I think he loved that other day. That we had the longest day. It was a second longer,
right.
Which gave him another second to look himself in the mirror. He was very ecstatic about it.
Wow.
All right. So I had to get to that joke. What a tag. He was very ecstatic about it. Oh, the same joke again?
Yeah.
Good job, John.
He doesn't have confidence in that joke.
No, nor should he. Remember that day that was a second longer than any other day? Yeah. Got it. Looking in the mirror. It's funny to me, though, to go back in time 10 years because he wasn't Hitler yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So they were like making jokes and sharing memes and giggling about it. And then fast forward a year and a half and the sky was falling and Russia was taking over the country. But that's old news. Speaking of old news, let's talk about John growing up with a stutter and how difficult that was.
I was called Stutterface, Skip.
Wow.
Oh, Skip. Okay, that's kind of funny.
MC Stammer.
Why did you turn out so fucking nice? Because you really would have every reason to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah. or a psychopathic killer or something. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just very humbled, about.
Yeah, he said that right.
I was so excited. They're just like, how did you turn out so nice? I guess you haven't gotten a demand letter or a cease and desist from this man. All right, well, I'm sure somebody would have a different opinion these days.
What's amazing when you're going back this far and listening to him, you can drop the needle anywhere, but you don't know where to pick it up.
Yeah.
Because I actually clipped the same thing, and I stopped it after asshole, and then I kept listening. I'm like, oh, this gets better and better and better.
Yeah. I love that John just goes, well,
yeah,
I'm just a humble guy.
It ain't easy.
Yeah, I'm just a humble guy. That's why I'm so cool. And fast forward a little later into the interview, John shows how humble he is.
Like after the joke was done, they cut to Obama, and he was laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
So I made the president laugh.
Yay!
Awesome. Yay! I can die.
He had to tell his joke about the Tonight Show drop-in. Obama was laughing at the thing that John did.
He had to tell a lot of jokes this episode.
He had to explain how cool he was a bunch of times. This is something you guys will be amazed by.
But I was the kid that always asked the questions. On my 5th grade report card.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. I can't take it anymore. I can't take the 5th grade report card story anymore. I don't care how many times it's out there. It's out there a million times. It's enough.
You ever see John Travolta now?
Yeah.
He looks like John Travolta now, but like being blown up as a balloon, and he's like just about to pop. That's what he looks like here. And don't you think how many times do you think they told him to stop banging on the desk that the microphone's on? Because every time he does it, it lets this big boof, boof. Like, doesn't he know anything about
But
radio?
how would he know that, though? How would he know that's
right,
a
of
bad
course.
thing to do when you're recording a radio show? So the producer out here, his name is Chris, different producer Chris, is a gay man. And John didn't realize that, and he asked the dumbest question possible.
He thought there was a hole in the clit. That's how fucking gay he is. Whatever.
Oh, are you gay?
Yeah.
Oh, had you come out?
Really? Is that even more shocking than are you on steroids? Oh my God, really?
No.
Are you gay? Have you come out? No, Stephanie just outed him just now with that clit joke. Can you believe it, John? And you were here for it. Have you come out? Well, we're openly talking about it.
What if he was like, no?
Yeah,
Fuck
right.
Proceeds to kick his ass.
It seems weird.
John
you
loves when
ask
people
that
call him
question.
that. He's always like, "Oh, no problem, that's cool."
All right. Well, then we get into the question about, because I guess Chris just broke up with his boyfriend. You actually sent me over a clip. Yeah. It's so weird. He's like, "Are you with someone right now?" He's like, "No, not for like 3.5 months." John's like, "Oh, okay, great."
Yeah.
Like, are you hitting on him? What do you mean great?
And then follows it up with, I'm recently divorced. Like,
yes.
So are we getting dinner or?
Right. So this is that.
Yeah. No, I got divorced. That was
Yeah.
I was married.
How many years?
13 years, 3 great years.
Check that box.
You heard that movie? 12
I
Years
lost
a Slave?
150 ugly pounds. I got divorced. All right.
I like the way Stephanie handled that, because she even recognized how hack that was.
Yes.
Said something just as hacky, and then hit the drum.
You're one of the biggest hacks I know.
Yeah.
This is
So-
how you can tell she's a Stern fan. This is how you could tell even from the clips on Point Dabble Point, because she's excited about him. She respects him. I think we've all, especially me, fallen into this thing where it's like, oh, you're that lovable fuck up from that thing I love. But once that thing you love is gone and it's just the fuck up, it takes a while for that love to go away. And then you realize, oh, he's not like telling bad jokes as a bit. He's just telling bad jokes. He's not the lovable fuck up. He just fucks everything up. And I gotta get him away from me as far as possible.
It's very much a Donkey Lips kind of vibe to it. They're like, oh, that kid was funny when he was 18.
Yeah. I'm going to devote my life to helping him. Oh, wow. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore.
Nope. Never mind. John's got a airline joke here that Stephanie does not like at all.
Well, 8 months ago, she called me. Her name is Greta. At least 8 months ago it was. And then and she told me that she's transgender. Now I'm so stupid. I know what it was. I was like, so you're in an airline now? I don't know.
Oh, Tom, that's not true. Don't make those kind of jokes.
You could tell Stephanie is just like, really? Is that what we're doing? They're pretty progressive on this show.
Yeah, it's a progressive liberal
It's a very
show.
progressive
Even
show.
though it's a happy hour, it's not like...
Yeah.
Well,
John talking about his kid coming out as trans, and then he has to make a quip about it. They could have had a moment there, I imagine. But John is going to brag about how liberal he is, because he felt that. He felt that like maybe he crossed the line a little bit, and he wants to reassure Stephanie, no, we're all on the same team here. I'm totally on your side.
I'm liberal. I mean, I've been pro same-sex marriage, pro gay for all my life.
Right.
So, I mean, I had a painting because I paint sometimes. I had a painting Prop 8 I made like 6 years ago for Prop 8.
Wow.
And like, I mean, like
Very
with,
nice.
with a heart with a black thing that said Prop 8. But anyway, and
Yeah.
all the equals around.
Yeah.
And all.
John explaining his artwork. It totally reminds me of Homer Simpson in the Frank Grimes episode, where he doesn't realize everything he's doing is childish, and adults shouldn't be bragging about these things. And yet he doesn't understand. He's getting rooted on by his buddies. So it's just like...
and wins a contest.
All right. In that episode, that is what happens. But him explaining this piece of art is so funny to me, because this is when John still took himself very, very seriously. And he's explaining, like, I'll explain how liberal I am. I created this piece of art that said Prop 8 instead of Prop 8. And they go, wow, okay, amazing. Now you guys are probably wondering, Carl, you going to show us what this art looks like? I sure am, because not that long ago on Compound Media on the Anthony Cumia show, he had Shuli, Zen, and Chrissy Mayer on, and they were looking at John's art. So I thought I would share that.
Any more art?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please, please, please.
Wait, he did all this himself?
Yeah.
So,
This is the painting that he was just bragging to Stephanie Miller about. And do you want to maybe describe this for the audio listeners?
It's like when your kid makes like a Mother's Day card, but she accidentally burned it because it's a big red heart, but the prop hate is like a black fungus, and it's written very childish, and there's equal signs, a bunch of flair around it. Like it's the kind of thing your kid would hand you and you'd go, that's very good.
It's terrible. And the equal, so it has the equal sign and then apostrophe S Like, equals already means equals.
Yeah.
You don't have to put apostrophe S next to an equal sign.
Well, because he's inclusive. It's everybody. It's not just.
Yeah,
wow,
the one
it doesn't
above
even make sense.
It looks like a cartoon fart.
Yeah. No, it's terrible.
It does look like somebody had a heart and then somebody farted all over it. And the prop hate, it just looks like hate is the key thing you're seeing here. You're seeing the black and the hate. It's not a positive feeling thing.
Not for nothing. If it's a knockoff on Prop 8, wouldn't it H8 be better than spelling out the word hate? Wouldn't that be a little more clever?
Totally.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not polishing this turd, but
Just to give you an idea of where I was, like
idea.
already of where my head was at.
Oh,
So
where your
which is
head
why
was at.
like
Unfortunately,
I'm
not
so lucky
under a
to have
car
these kids,
tire.
but thankfully, they had
Wouldn't fit.
their mom and I are very liberal in our
Their
thinking.
Their mom and I.
This is
so that's that. It was hard to find that art. I really had to scrub through the internet to find that piece. John doesn't have it posted on his Twitter anymore.
I love when he's talking to Stephanie Miller. He's like, "Yeah, I'm liberal and I'm that." It's very dismissive.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm one.
You know me.
I know all about you weirdos.
Right. My kids won.
They consider themselves on the front lines of this, civil rights movement. They've donated their life and their time and their money and their career to these causes. And when he's like, hold my beer, you want to know
Right.
how much I support them? Look at this. He thinks they're all going to be like, wow. Yeah, okay. He's one of us now.
You made a painting. Cool.
Would you like to make a donation, John?
I did in art.
In the form of art.
Well, then he talks about how his trans son, Knight, wanted him to take down some of the tweets that John had posted. And John, being the great liberal father that he is, took those tweets down, but then goes on any show that's broadcasting and tells you exactly what was in the tweets that offended his trans son.
But you tell me. So the first one was, Caitlyn Jenner looks hotter than half the girls I had sex with in high school, only with less chest hair. I thought that wasn't bad. And then
That's not bad. I think that's funny.
I think this is the one that got her, man.
I think your daughter's calling right now.
No.
Okay. All
I
right.
think this is the one that's that got her, man. I said, now if Bruce cuts off his penis, and the only original cast member from Keeping Up with the Kardashians who has a penis will be Chloe.
Okay, that's funny.
So wordy. That's right out of John's act, too. He still talks about Chloe having a dick. There's just an easier way to get there. You don't have to say the word penis twice.
No.
For sure.
It's a shitty
They're doing
joke.
damage control. They looked at each other like, if we don't laugh, this is going to sound really mean. So we got to act like this is all in good fun.
Right. See how liberal I am, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And those are the ones that your son didn't want you to ever repeat again? Got it. Cool. Thanks.
Maybe you can take your cues from what those people, as you said, are offended by what they say. Maybe just don't ask these people.
Yeah.
Maybe just go by what your
Yeah, can you
kids
believe
say.
my dumb trans son was upset with these two tweets? They're not
What
even
do you
that bad, am I right?
Right? I was right. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them you said that.
All right, we're 17 minutes into the show at this point, and John needs another beer. And so he's going to let one of the producers know he needs one.
That's my Hardy Lang impression. It's always the smoke. How you doing, John?
How you doing?
How you doing?
That's it.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah. Oh, Gene needs another beer. Travis, please.
I need some
Jeez.
anti-stuttering medication. I told you, it is true. I do stutter.
Some anti-stuttering medication. That's healthy. That's a healthy relationship with alcohol right there, I would say. So, yeah, John's chugging down the beers, and it's not helping him during the interview as he's opening up the next one.
Yeah, and the other one that I didn't know was I asked, damn it. I just blanked, Steph. I'm getting old.
That's all right, baby.
Oh, we
Me
all
too.
are.
Me too.
Getting old or getting drunk?
Yeah.
Because I think it's both.
I'm not used to these blue moons.
Well, yeah, he's reaching for a bottle opener, which is like, ooh, fancy.
Yeah,
beers.
which actually says that the help doesn't care for this guy.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They would take the bottle cap off.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of him using his stutter as a crutch. He doesn't stutter. The only time he says he stutters is when somebody says, why don't you stutter anymore? And then he talks about how he still does, or he shows you how he still does. And that's how you know. Because I'm just guessing here, but if I had a debilitating stutter and over time I cured it, I would probably be proud of it. I
Right.
wouldn't be rushing
Like,
to
I
tell
used to
people.
I used to stutter. I don't anymore. Yeah.
But now I don't. Because I know how, and let me help you learn all of those things that he claims to do but doesn't. He would take pride in that.
When we were doing the Living in the Past on our Patreon and YouTube membership show, Joe Coy's like, "Yeah, you don't stutter anymore." And John goes, "Well, that's because I'm really comfortable here."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's not what a stutterer deals with.
Yep.
You're talking about someone who's nervous.
So if you all would just get comfortable, stupid, if you all would just relax.
Right,
it'd be
yes.
fine.
That's not how that works at all.
No.
This was a funny thing that John said.
It was ignorant was bliss for me.
Sure.
Ignorant was bliss for me. It's funny.
He is a poet.
So now he starts hitting on Stephanie out of nowhere.
Yes,
this is insane. John is so horned up all the time. He's always ready.
Howard and 7 in the morning, everybody. And then
You
I
are
would
so cute, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Is that a weird compliment when he goes, "Oh, you're so pretty in person"? I was like, "Oh, thank."
No, I
what?
said prettier in person.
Oh, well, okay, thanks. Anyway.
Well, I mean, on the morning,
Oh,
you know,
I have
you
my
have the hat on.
Well,
and-
yeah, it was a bad way to say that you're beautiful. How's that?
Thank you.
How's that?
Jesus, get it
I would-
together, John.
I was still convinced I can turn you.
Yeah. Most men are.
Jeez.
Turn her off of men.
Yeah, well, yeah. This whole thing, these are not good compliments.
No.
Wow, you're so much prettier in person. Oh, so I look like shit on my show. Cool.
Yeah, on her show.
Yeah.
That's a good point. On air.
While she's on the show. You know, people are watching this right now on the stream don't realize you're actually not as grotesque as you come off. I just want you to know that. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. She's a lesbian, by the way. She wants nothing to do with John. And John's got this weird fantasy about turning lesbians. He talks about it quite a bit.
The guy,
He
too,
thinks-
he tried whatever he could to his right. That didn't work, so he turned to his left.
Yes.
And I'm just working on this.
John thinks that Stephanie's going to be like,
You know what? I miss penis.
Yeah.
it's just not what's going to happen. You'll never believe this thing that John brings up because Stephanie's like, I'm a Howard Stern fan. We love John Howard Stern. Everyone who's in the radio loves Howard Stern. And so John brings this up out of nowhere, just talking about what a piece of shit Howard was.
I mean, because he told me, and then this is in the worst days of my memory of Stern, was he told me to abort my first kid because I wasn't fit to be a father.
Oh.
And then he told my wife that while she was 8 months pregnant, when she was at his birthday show, whatever, and then he said the same thing to her.
Wow.
You should abort the kid because John's not ready to be a father. But I mean, that's kind of harsh.
That is harsh.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it was a joke about you being an immature asshole.
From the one and only Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he can't get over this thing or understand the context of it. When he goes, and he said it to my wife too. Oh shit, like at a dinner party? No, it was on the show. Well, she was 8 months pregnant. Oh, so again, it was the joke that probably tied into some reality because you were an immature loser and him and Susanna weren't even married at the time. So.
And you're talking about the show that even if you never watched it or heard it, you know is famous for saying outrageous and graphic things. The only thing you know about it. He sounds like, and then Don Rickles looked me in the eye and he called me a hockey puck. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Me?
And no one's laughing harder when Howard's ripping someone else apart. If Howard's going after Gary or Fred, John's in there, feet up in the air. He's laughing. He's having the best time of his life. Howard said something to John, and he will never forget it. Can you believe he said this?
I would give anything in the world for John's kid to do a tour. And when people ask them about their life and what was it like growing up with a famous dad, I hope they say, well, I remember when I came out to my dad, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And he turned and he looked at me, he put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, what are you, some kind of airline? And I just cried and cried and cried. And, it was very difficult after that. And everyone's like, oh, we're so sorry. That's so rough. That's so rough. Like, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
I thought for sure you were going to say, Howard was right. We should have aborted you. All right, now we get into, so at this stage in John's career, he's looking for a job. And we're going to find out he's auditioning for Stephanie at this time. He thinks he might be getting an offer from Anthony Cumia because this is before Artie joined the show. Anthony did not have a co-host at this time. And John was on that show a lot. And then we find out more ties to Opie and Anthony.
I'd like to get back into it. I mean, it's something that I was telling you that I've been doing, like Anthony Cumia's show a lot.
Yeah.
And we have so much fun, and it's just so loose and
hilarious. We were all talking about like one.
How do you think Stephanie feels about Anthony Cumia, if you had to guess?
The opposite of what she did on air, because she's a professional,
Right.
And to think that John is above, his politics are above Cumia, but she is like, yeah, okay, we're broadcasters.
Cool. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
much fun, and it's just so loose and
hilarious. We were all talking about like 1 degree of radio separation. So Opie and Anthony, he used to get me coffee. He was an intern at Brother Weeze's show in Rochester, my first big radio sister, Brother Weeze and Sister Sleaze and WCMF. I was like, Opie, the intern that got me. And
that is hysterical.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Did you know Stephanie Miller was Sister Sleaze with
No.
Brother Weeze? I had no idea that Opie was an. How old is Stephanie Miller? Opie was an intern and she was the co-host of the Brother Weeze show. Because Opie's looking rough. I mean, this is 10 years ago, but still.
Yeah.
That's shocking to
Check
me.
out. She's a fan. She appreciated it.
That is shocking to me, which, by the way, that's another connection that we have. We have to reach out to Stephanie Miller and get her on this show.
I'm trying
Reach
to
out
get
to
on that.
Sister
I'm
Sleaze.
trying to get. If everybody here, if we can all just be quiet about it, I'm trying to get on happy hour.
Guys, can everyone just be cool?
Just don't blow this for me, please. I need this.
Can we just be cool for once, everyone?
Come on, guys. It won't be like last time.
So I was shocked by that. I didn't realize that she's coming from Rochester Radio. 96.5 WCMF, the home of rock and roll. And John wants to get back on the radio. He's looking for any kind of job he can get, and he makes it very clear. So,
yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I don't know if I just said this, but yeah, I've always wanted to do this show.
Yeah.
I listen to you all the
If
time.
we knew that, we would have had you on a long
Oh no,
fucking time ago.
I think I. Oh well, I did see you at that party.
After the sexy liberal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
In LA.
I did see you there too, and I was hanging out, and I asked Jim. I said, "Hey, I'd love to do the show." I guess Jim never told you that.
Jim is a drunk feral cat.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be here today, but he thought it was tomorrow because we normally tape tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. Anyway.
I used to pitch you as a guest on the Tonight Show all the time. All the time.
Let's
I
take a
swear
moment to say, okay.
And Jay never bit.
No, never bit.
Again, that's not a nice thing to say.
Nope.
John thinks it's a nice thing to say, but to be like, I pitched you all the time, and every time they said, Stephanie Miller, are you fucking high? No.
It might have been nice if he just left it at that. If he just said,
right.
I pitched you once. Oh, yeah. Not all the time. Every
All
time.
the time. Yep.
Every time. He said no.
I tried
and
so
then again,
hard.
No. And then again, no. Just would not budge.
Never even got to Jay, to be honest with you. I was the segment producer, shut it down immediately. So John has stuck his foot in his mouth so many times on this show, and I only got through the first 29 minutes. We'll pick up from where we left off on the next episode. You guys have probably watched more of this already.
It's very good.
There's more gold in them there, Hills. Is that what you're telling me?
You think? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm excited about that. You found something, Adam, a news article from 2004.
Yes.
And I was hoping you could read that to us because I read the first couple paragraphs. And I was like, okay, this is funny. I want to wait.
I hope it hasn't been
I'd be surprised.
read before. It just shows you how nothing really changes. It's the same bit. He's doing the same things and getting the same reaction and has learned nothing. So it doesn't help to compliment him. It doesn't help to criticize. He doesn't hear any of it. He doesn't care. This is after his first couple weeks in the New York Post, which is like the New York paper that is loves scandals and would always cover Howard Stern. It starts with, is this guy lucky or what? Stuttering John Melendez was once this shaggy-haired freak who made his bones on Howard Stern's radio and TV shows by asking celebrities the most offensive questions. In return, he was verbally abused, threatened, and occasionally assaulted. And now, suddenly, he's Ed McMahon. I have no doubt there's pressure involved in making the opening announcement each night on NBC's The Tonight Show, but from the looks of it last week, Melendez's first day as Jay Leno's new announcer, this has got to be the cushiest job in show business this side of Vanna White's. Mostly, John just sits there in a chair, off camera, watches the show. In the entire 5 days of shows, he was seen about 7 times, adding up to 6 or 7 total minutes out of 300.
Oof.
He has his own parking space, which means this is personal, on the NBC lot. He's clean-shaven, short-haired, and he wears nice-looking blazers, usually over a starched button-down shirt with the top 2 buttons unbuttoned. Hey, who is this guy? With his newly developed deep bass announcer's voice and his apparent conquest of his trademark stutter, the 38-year-old Melendez is the James Earl Jones of late night. In fact, his announcements didn't sound all that different from the ones delivered by his predecessor, Ed Hall. For the benefit of future historians and Melendez biographers reading this long after I'm dead, here is John's first announcement on The Tonight Show last Monday, word for word. It's The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, featuring Kevin Eubanks and The Tonight Show Band. I'm John Melendez. Tonight, Jay welcomes Kiefer Sutherland. From Jersey Girl, 9-year-old Raquel Castro. The music of Gary Jules. And headlines. And now, Jay Leno. It took me until Wednesday to figure out that last line. For 2 days, it sounded like, here's Leno, which didn't make sense to me. In addition to his nightly announcements, John was seen Tuesday in a VH1-style behind-the-music spoof designed to introduce him to the Tonight Show audience. Among those featured on the piece, titled Behind the Stutter, were his parents, Ralph and Osa Melendez of Massapequa. He's not the way he was portrayed on Howard Stern, insisted John's mom. He's actually a really nice guy. No footage of the confrontational interviews that made Melendez famous were included. And since the footage would have had to come from Stern, their omission is a sign that Stern is still miffed at Leno for hiring this guy. But you can't blame Melendez for taking the job. I'm sure the pay is pretty good, and the actual work seems almost non-existent. It's nice when the things you suspect are happening are pretty much what's happening.
Yes. I love that article. It really sums up everything that we know now and what was happening at the time. I remember listening to Stern at the time and him calling John out for how bad he was on that show and how awkward he looked on TV, holding up his mug to Jay. He didn't know what to do when Jay's like, hey, it's John London. DJ.
Every single job he's ever had was because someone he knew had it, and he said, I can do that. It was like his friend was an intern at Stern, and then he's like, I can do that. And then he sees they're getting hired. Why can't I get hired? You know, whoever's Ganji or whoever's getting hired. Casey's a writer. I can do that. Jackie Chair. I can do that. Artie gets it. Oh, he's a stand-up. I can do that. Oh, Jay's a host. Remember, while he was on The Tonight Show, he started his own talk show from his house where he was the host. We've seen this.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What was the name of that channel?
Yeah, his channel.
Yeah.
It was a Stutterface production. It was
Stutterface, yes.
But while his boss is the host of he's like, I'm doing my own back at home. So then he gets fired. He goes to Stephanie Miller. What does he do? I can do what Gary did. I'll produce. Gets fired from there. Then I'll start my own political show. The political show turns into Beer in the Balcony, which is just Stephanie's happy hour. And then he's like, I'll do a clip show because Carl did it.
Yeah.
He's got nothing. Not an original idea in his body.
I'll run for senator.
Pretty good summation right there. I got to give you credit for that.
And while he was on Stephanie Miller as a guest, he was saying, I've been on Anthony Cumia a lot lately, and it's fun because it's loose. I read that as lazy and easy.
Yeah. And he gets to drink beer on Anthony's show,
he just wants to wander into something.
Yeah. I've done Anthony's show a few times. I've always come with material. I've brought clips. I've brought song parodies. I didn't bring my own beer. I assumed they would have it there. But, I tried to bring some stuff to add to the show.
You tipped the staff.
I didn't even tip it. Don't
Remember
ask.
when you asked Quad if he brought anything with him, and he looked at you like, are you fucking with me?
I was just trying to be polite in case he wanted to talk about something. Actually, what Quad did talk to me about before the show started was the heroics of Opie, which we will be getting into not too long from now. If you don't know, Opie is the hero we don't deserve. Brendan Schaub with the golden hour. I got some stuff on that. SteelToe is having quite the week. I have a lot to talk about with SteelToe with this golf tournament that's turning into a disaster. But also Red Bar talked about him, and Aaron did not understand what Red Bar was saying at all, which is hilarious. Karmic X, not a fan of mine, not a fan of Shuli's. We'll get into all of that. But first this. I recently got the opportunity to fill in on The Biggest Problem. That show records Fridays at 9 p.m. Of course, I had the creep off at noon. I have this little piggy at 4. That's a long day, and I would not have been able to do it without Magic Mind. I've been telling you about my friends at Magic Mind for years now, but there's something new I'm very excited to tell you about. They reached out to let me know about 2 new products they wanted me to try. Along with the original Magic Mind productivity shot, there's now Magic Mind Free and Magic Mind Max. They sent me samples that I tried, and they absolutely work for me. That's why I have them as a sponsor. All three are still productivity shots that give me a calm focus, helping me get more done. Magic Mind Free is the first formula to have 0 sugar and 0 caffeine. This was perfect for my long Friday. In the morning, I drink the original formula that has some caffeine. At night, I don't want any caffeine. I want to be able to get to sleep after the show, but I need to be focused and energized. Magic Mind Free was perfect for prepping and appearing on The Biggest Problem. And really, the issue has always been for me, productivity in the morning. I am not a morning person. So now I get up every day. I drink Magic Mind first thing to get my day started. And I don't let hours slip by. I'm super productive. I'm prepping the show. I'm answering emails. I'm managing the YouTube, all the stuff I need to do to get this job done. Magic Mind is formulated to not only increase productivity, but it also relieves stress. And I can notice my mood improve after I drink Magic Mind. Right now, they're giving my listeners the best discount they've ever offered, 60% off your subscription. If you want to get 60% off Magic Mind, all you have to do is go to magicmind.com/WATP60 and use the promo code WATP60 to get 60% off your subscription. Believe me, you'll be happy you tried this. It's magicmind.com/WATP60, promo code WATP60 for 60% off Magic Mind, the world's first productivity shot. And we're back.
Gay. Was that the contest? Gay. I'm going with gay.
Good. We do have Is It Gay coming up later on in the show, a new game, a new SteelToe game that's been developed by Megan. But first, I want to go over to supertube.gg/WATP. That's where you can go to help destroy the show, bring it to a grinding halt, like Principled Uncertainty here.
Deuce is so gay, so hot, sweaty, and gay. I podcast for
Karmic X coming in. KFT.
Chris, are you available on Mondays for a different show? My co-host is a gaybo who brings the B team.
I am free. I'm tired of just it, frightened Fanuc.
I don't know if I've ever seen Vinny before.
Yeah, he doesn't come out all that often, but I don't like that he's making offers to you like that.
No.
And then I was listening to the Dick show from this past weekend, and Dick and Vinny and Johnny are talking about doing a Fat Watch podcast without me. I'm like, wow, everyone's laughing at fat people but me? I don't get an invite for this? Unbelievable. Ghost Crusaders TV.
Oh, your daughter is gay? So is mine. Here's an idea. Why don't you go grab me a beer, and maybe you can also get me a job.
It sums it up perfectly.
Yeah, that's
her beta patch coming in.
Last time I sweat this much, Susanna was asking for child support.
That'd be a better joke. Sonar Poop.
I wish Opie wasn't hero, if you get what I'm saying. On phone them grave crew, I'm stunting.
Okay. Turbo 7049.
Shuli new.
Shuli new. Shuli new.
Shuli new.
Shuli new.
All right. A lot of opinions there. Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast. It says, SJ, every appearance like a job interview that he's horribly unprepared for. Whenever he's on a show, he's always asking to be hired to be on the show. I'm sure it gets worse, too. I haven't watched past the 29-minute mark.
Yeah, we kind of blipped by this, but he's like, yeah, I said I wanted to do your show, but I guess Jim didn't tell you about it.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
What an asshole, because Stephanie's just like, oh, we would have had you on sooner. I didn't realize. Which is just a polite thing to say. It's probably not
I
true.
asked and asked and asked.
Probably not true, but whatever.
Because when I asked Jay Leno about you, he just said no. And then I asked again,
Yeah, right.
and he said no.
Principal Uncertainty again. This will make no sense until you do it. Over 40, ride a bike while listening to the Smiths. Dude, I'm not listening to the Smiths. Man, come on.
I'm not riding a bike.
I went for a bike ride today, but I'm not listening to the Smiths. Principal Uncertainty. You can't make me do that.
Just do it.
All right, which album? I'll check it out. Herb Beta Patch.
This one or this one?
Yeah, I have right behind me. Herb Beta Patch coming in.
I do, too, have a stutter. It lives in Canada. You wouldn't know, though.
Right. Sounds right. Rumpled Trenchcoat again.
I can't believe Stephanie Miller kept snapping her fingers at me for coffee.
Oh, maybe that's where Opie got it from. Stephanie Miller was doing it to him back in the
Apparently
day.
she's the worst boss ever in the history of bosses.
Yes, that's what
he
John said. And he hates Howard Stern. So, and Gary Del Abate.
because he would photocopy stuff for her off the internet, but he would just like screen grab the whole screen. So she would get the website name and all the ads and all this stuff. And she's like, I'm on the radio. Can you just press that one button that says print style and then just give me the words? And he's like, you're a monster. How can I work with this?
Work.
I know. It's never good enough for you. Principal Uncertainty coming in again. It says, ha, you have woken me up. The Dabbleverse was a highly misleading name. It was the Carlverse. Aaron came along and proved my hypothesis.
Wow.
Fair enough.
I heard this was a few weeks ago, but Melton was saying it should be the Onionverse. And I actually went into AI and created an onion that had an onion ring going around it like Saturn, like the moons of Saturn. Yeah. I thought it was a really cool logo, but I guess we're not going with the Onionverse. But I tried. No. I did what I could do.
You're a good sport.
KJ coming in with 50 big ones. Love KJ. Got quite the compliment from Jules David. That fucking creep Carl. Amazing. Yeah, we'll get into that. But KJ, your support is always appreciated on here. And it was awesome hanging out with you in Boston.
Yeah.
So glad that you made it to that show. Go ahead, Adam.
Mud Shark Mania, AB-. Well, tell him to enjoy his wheelchair prison. You know, the wheelchair prison's in your mind. Troy Smith, I bet they made him use his own headphones. That's the only excuse for that, because those were children's toy headphones.
Yeah, and later on, he's got pink ones. Those are like bright blue.
Cool or funny or something. I don't know.
They're filled with candy.
They're not even plugged in. Shardy McDennis, at what point did she send him back to the phones? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go through them. King Caprice. John has a better chance of turning a JDI straight.
I see what you did there, sir. I see what you're up to. We got a new Brendan Schaub stinger. Now, I asked for a stinger for Brendan Schaub. We've been featuring him a lot lately. And DJ Electrify came in, and she said, I know this isn't the normal style that you have, but it's a bit different.
Schaub, your initials are BS. That is super interesting, just like you are. Oh, you're a star. Let's
go. Very weird. Adam, thoughts?
Does that mean you're going to play that every time?
No, not necessarily. I was looking for some feedback.
Good question.
Yep. I mean, I think I enjoyed that once.
Thank you, Electra. Thank you for putting that together and sending that in. There's another version of it too, but I think we get the gist. Brendan Schaub is a co-host on the Golden Hour with Chris D'Elia and Eric Griffin. The 3 worst ball busters in the history of ball busting. This is how their most recent episode starts off.
How you doing, Eric?
I'm good. I mean, he's got his outfit on.
Who made that shirt?
I don't know.
What little company sent you that shirt?
Yes.
Yeah. What stupid company sent you this shirt?
Reverse Descent. It's actually cool. I like their stuff.
Yeah.
Pray for us? Did you steal that from fucking
show one day and they were like,
nah, they're just
Chris,
like,
wear our
thanks,
shirt.
They're just like, we're big fans.
Okay.
You know,
go to the Gap.
Pray for us.
Okay, is the Gap a fan? Go to the Gap.
No,
this is a nice polo I have on. Go
I
fuck
don't like
yourself.
the Gap. Give
that
the
isn't,
Gap okay.
The polo does look better on Eric than last week. That shirt would retire that shirt.
What was it last
one? No, it's
one?
because Rachel doesn't want to use fabric softener.
Like, I can't tell if they're busting each other's balls or they're actually having a serious discussion about clothing that they're wearing. Hey, nice outfit, Eric Griffin. Yeah, well, what's that shirt? I don't know, man.
Just keep the cameras moving.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't matter.
And it'll give the illusion that something's happening, because it's not. This is improv. This is people who have taken improv classes. And from the second it started, somebody drops something, somebody has to pick it up. But after the first back and forth, you just wanted to stop it. Okay, gentlemen, let's start again, and let's see why did that go wrong. But instead of getting to do that, they just have to keep going, and they think that's their skill and talent. But it's not, because we have to watch all of this.
My wife doesn't use fabric softener. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Just because he said shirt doesn't mean we have to run with it and make it the next 10 minutes. Let's stop.
Right.
Let's create a place and maybe some conflict. Who are we? What's happening? Not just
What did you do
look
this
at you
week?
in a shirt.
Hey, I haven't seen you since last week. What have you been up to?
That's a more general topic. We can make our own as opposed to shirt, defend, go. What?
Yeah, how's Austin going? It's the question I would want to ask.
I'm guessing every failed bit is just punctuated with Eric Griffin's fake laughter.
His fake laughter is out of control in this episode. It isn't all the episodes.
Yeah, he said shirt and he screamed. He went, ah! He screamed.
But he laughs hardest when he's the one with the joke. Nothing makes him laugh harder than him. And I use the word joke very liberally on this. So they're talking about this guy, Ben Askren, who was just given $2 million. He's a UFC guy. He was just given $2 million from an anonymous donor for a double lung transplant. And so this is the topic that they're discussing. Chris D'Elia just has a quick throwaway joke. He does it in the form of a joke to make it very obvious that it is a joke. And Eric Griffin just can't let it go.
He needed 2 lungs and his insurance denied him. And someone gave him $2 million, a donor. And some people think it's Jake Paul. Some people think it's
the Tate brothers.
The Tate brothers. Some people think it's me. And it's somebody.
Hey, some people think it's me.
No one thinks it's you.
Well, no, I'm just saying it could be anyone, right? It could be anyone. I could have done one lung and someone could have done another one.
Hey, it could be anyone, but 0 people think it's you.
Well, dude.
Yeah, that was the joke, Eric. When Chris said that, that was the joke. No one thinks it was Chris giving him $2 million. And Eric goes, I'm not letting you get away with that. No one thinks you did that.
Well, he was winking at Eric, but he's wearing the shades. So.
Right. He didn't. Eric's not picking up.
So Brendan Schaub's not in the room there. Where is he?
No, he's in Austin.
He's streaming in from Austin, right?
Right. Yeah, they're in LA.
Really, it seems like the kid trying to get one in from the back, trying to hang out with them. Why they have him there, I'm not quite sure.
They need to just cut ties. It's not working with him. I mean, it wasn't working before, so I'm not going to sit here and be like the show was better.
Right.
It's not. It's worse, but it's not. It wouldn't have been better.
It won't change really.
It's not gonna get better.
Yeah.
So then they start riffing on lung transplants, and Chris just says random shit, and then people just laugh for no reason.
That is just so crazy. What if do you get 2 of the same, or do you get one from someone and one from another one? I feel a Martin Lawrence movie coming.
One lung from this guy, one lung from that guy.
I don't get it.
I don't get it at all. Martin Lawrence? Is he making movies? Is this a thing I should know about? And someone even photoshopped the movie poster and put it in post? I guess the movie was called Just My Lung, which doesn't make any sense.
I feel like Chris gave him a look that said, you better laugh right now.
This guy, one lung from that guy.
I made the graphic. Come on.
This show's insane. So Chris is, they start talking about the Diddy case. And if anyone knows anything about Chris D'Elia, the term sex trafficking have been brought up around him before. So I could see where he'd be like invested in this case. And when Diddy was acquitted of sex trafficking, he's probably given one of these big fist bumps like, yes, fuck yeah. They got shit on me compared to that. And so they start talking about the Diddy case.
Yeah.
Falsely accused. I guess Diddy's free. Dude, the fucking...
No, he's not. He's not.
No, I know.
No,
but,
they
he
didn't
is
give
on
him
the
bail.
hard stuff. But the were those courtroom sketches real?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what?
Well, they're real sketches. It's not the photo. Are those real? Yes, they're real. I don't know. That's a weird question.
Yeah, I think he wants to know if that's actually what happened, if he actually got on his knees and cried like that while all those men were hugging around him.
Isn't
or if that's from one of his freak-offs. We can't tell. It's a drawing.
There's no cameras, so I assume that it's not a freak-off. And Brendan has an interesting take on Diddy. I was kind of surprised about this.
Wow, dude.
Hell yeah, dude, he was facing life in prison,
Yeah,
bud.
he's facing like 50 years.
Over some bullshit.
No, I'm not.
Over some bullshit.
damn it,
It's no
Chris.
judgment. It's just I would have
You
been
can't
on
piss
the
in a
ground
mouth?
already.
So Brendan's take. Brendan's take's pretty wild. I don't know if he's following the case all that closely. It's like they were going to give him life in prison for what? Pissing in some chick's mouth?
Yeah.
It's not when
He was outraged.
It's not what he was on trial
Bullshit.
for. I mean,
You're thinking
he
of
did
R.
do
Kelly,
that.
and he did go away for that for a very long time. So
Actually, R. Kelly got away with that, and that was an underage girl.
oh, but he's there now. I mean, they
He's
got
there
him
now
eventually.
for actually kidnapping women and keeping them as slaves in his house. That's a whole other thing. R. Kelly's also very innocent. It's a bullshit.
The precedent was set with R. Kelly. We let him go. Schaub knows it.
Right. I just thought that was really interesting that they seem to have this take on it where they're like, yeah, Diddy was just like having these cool freak-offs with his girlfriend, and the federal government's making a big deal about it. I don't know why. There was also like drugging people and forcing them to have sex against their will and recording it.
And
all that kind of stuff
prostitution
too.
and
Right.
Cross state lines. And
Yeah, which is weird because I didn't pull the clip of dummy Eric Griffin going, this should have just been a case done by the state. You guys don't understand what's going on at all. And they prove it.
Hey, Eric, here's my question is what was all this about? You know what I'm saying? Because they know going in, they didn't find shit. They obviously leaked the Cassie video to get the public on their side. Obviously, he's a bad dude. But when it comes to the RICO and all that shit, like, what was this really about?
Well,
because they look like assholes now.
Someone wants to get him invited to a freak off.
It sounds that way.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get out in a year, and I want to be able to hang out with Diddy.
Also, puts it on Eric. Go.
Yeah. What was all this bullshit? What were they thinking with this case against Diddy? I like that they leaked that video to get people against him. Yeah, there's a lot of other video that we've never seen that would make people very upset with Diddy. He's a pretty big douchebag.
how does his thinking remove the part where he did what was in the video, whether it was illegally leaked or not? He's a bad guy, but okay, why is there a but? You know he beat his wife. You know he did many of these things. Why is that not a bad guy? I don't understand. Why is punishment not acceptable? I don't understand.
Damn it, what didn't Diddy do?
Thank you.
I was very confused by this whole conversation, especially because Chris D'Elia is a part of it. And I would think Chris would just be like, yeah, man, I don't know. It seems like a bad guy. I want nothing to do with it. But he's totally with these guys in thinking that there was nothing wrong with any of this behavior.
Specifically,
The freak-offs were just him and his girls.
Oh, right.
It wasn't like Beyonce and Jay-Z and like, you know what I mean? And Will Smith and all these people. Like, none of that shit was real. That was just like...
So Beyonce wasn't a part of it. So I don't even know why anyone's interested in this thing.
And Eric Griffin's black, so we have to trust him on
Yeah,
this.
that's true. He would know better than I would whether I should care about the Diddy case or not.
Why is he doing this? It's like I get Schaub thinking I'm going to take a hot take and not really doing the research and just running with it and realizing he fucked up. But what is Griffin talking about? Like, what is he talking about? What's the upside of Diddy? No, he was just what?
I'm not sure they're all that well informed, to be honest with you, Adam.
That must be it.
I think
you're
that
onto something.
I think they saw the verdict. And what's crazy about this is they're acting like, why do they even bring this case to trial? And you could argue, obviously, what the charges should have been and, whether it was RICO charges and stuff. But this idea that they're just like, dude, of course Diddy was going to win this. The defense was very concerned all the way up until the jury coming back. That's why he was praying. That's why he went down to his knees and prayed. He couldn't believe that what the verdict was. I don't think they thought it was a slam dunk.
At least two legendary musicians who have died before they died made recordings saying, if anything happens to me, look at Prince. And if nothing happens to me, still look at Prince because of AB. And they played these recordings because they were legal and they were allowed. How much proof do you need? Like, what did these dead people have to gain by throwing Prince under the bus posthumously?
All right, so this is almost an impressive skill from Eric Griffin. He somehow makes every bad joke worse. I've really never seen anything like it on any other podcast, professional or amateur.
You think I just can't wait till Diddy is going to be he's going to be out and then he's
redemption tour.
No, not even that. He's going to be the moment's going to happen where it dawns on him where he's like, fuck, I need baby oil. And he's going to have to go get it. And it's gonna be like buying condoms when you're 16. You're like, yeah, Twix and this, and then also that, whatever that is.
And now he knows not to send you when he's got to do it himself.
Yeah.
Imagine you're the guy going like this.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm really glad he acted out what it would look like for a cashier to ring up Diddy's baby oil. Really added to that joke. Can you have people buy him baby oil or order it online still?
Apparently not.
Okay. That's one of the things that he has to do now for going forward. He has to buy his own baby oil at the store and do the walk of shame with it.
Yeah, not a great joke, but like you said, Eric found a way.
He found a way to crush it. And you can't be using a black bag for it either, Diddy. You have to use a clear bag to walk back home with your baby oil.
And announce it to your neighbors.
Fucking weird.
No one's going to tell Chris D'Elia that he shouldn't be handling this material right now?
I know. That's what's so amazing. Like, Chris has got some balls. I'll give him that. You watch that documentary about Chris D'Elia, and you're like, oh, this guy is a sociopath who threatens to off himself whenever girls get upset with him in order to control them and manipulate them, and gets them to move across the country to live in a house where he can go over and regularly have sex with them, and tells them when they can and can't leave the house. And he's sitting there going, haha, this Diddy guy, huh? Wacky guy. Up to some crazy stuff. Well, then, I guess, for some reason, Chris is following the SteelToe polycule thing, which is surprising to me, because he does an April Imholt impression.
So I had cum eaten off of my nipples.
Wow. Spot on April. Pretty good. All right. So now they start comparing Diddy parties to the Playboy Mansion. And I can't figure out what this joke is for the life of me. Brendan Schaub thinks it's hilarious. Maybe it's missing some context. I can't tell.
like the Playboy Mansion. Probably the Playboy Mansion was worse.
Well, you remember when I made that joke when he was like when Hugh Hefner, when they were like, oh, because he died in like 2020.
My favorite joke.
Oh, he just missed me
when
too.
He was like,
do it for me, Chris.
They're doing what? Oh.
Yeah,
I love that joke.
That guy died just in time.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
What just happened? They're doing what?
I'm thinking he said that's his Hugh Hefner impression is a dead guy. But he said it around the time he died or before he died. And then once he died, he couldn't do that joke. Is it that he's a vampire, that he's dead? Was that it?
Gosh.
I don't know.
I have no idea. You've just made it more confusing for me.
What do you think it is?
I thought they were talking about, because Me Too got brought up. So I thought it was something about like people coming out and talking about the past.
And he died just in time.
But he died years after Me Too.
That is true.
Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I can't figure out.
The only thing that checks out is that this is Brendan Schaub's favorite joke.
It's his favorite joke. Yes, that's his favorite joke. So this is now Chris's take on the Me Too movement, which, again, I can't believe he talks like this. This is wild. He's just hiding in plain sight, I guess, is his strategy.
Now, I understand what a lot of these Hollywood producers do is shitty and, hey, suck my dick and you can get this job. Right. Okay. I get that sucks. All right. And that sucks for women. And that's bullshit. Okay. Nobody has come after the women that have actually done that. That actually sucked dick to get in Mad Max or whatever the fuck. and how about how you are taking jobs from women? How about how you, because of that, are being shitty to women, right?
Yeah.
Argue with that.
Never heard Eric not laugh for so long on this show. Yeah, let's round up all these sluts who sucked off Harvey Weinstein, Chris. It's a great idea. Let's publicly shame them. Is this a crazy take, Adam? You live out in La La Land.
I just... It's a crazy take anywhere where you're like, let's round up the victims and make them answer for the crimes perpetrated against them. Coming from a sex predator.
Yes.
When he came out, when he started this monologue, which is brilliant, by the way, like the idea of this whole speech being done by him is like a funny joke in itself. But he's like, let me take this topic. I know. When things like this happen, here's what it's like. I'm like, okay, I'm with you. You must know all sides of this thing. Oh, no, you only know one side, and you've completely blocked out the other, and that's how it's going to be forever. So you're even worse than you were before.
And in Chris's mind, he's like, when I get a bitch to suck me off, she doesn't get anything in return. I don't give her a job. I might pay her rent for a little while, but she doesn't really get a nice starring role in a movie or anything.
No,
and he
not
just
Mad Max.
Definitely not Mad Max, and he just keeps digging himself a deeper hole.
Yeah, it's a tough
It's
thing.
like so you did it too. You took part in that, but it's just the producers' faults? No, I get how the producers are wrong. Fuck them. But what about the women that are now in movies because they fucking...
I wouldn't know how to react to this if I was on this show. He's putting these co-hosts in a really tough spot with this
I'm
one.
on this show and I don't know how to react.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, what the fuck is he thinking with this?
Everything he's saying in that, like, men don't have sexual crimes done against them. There's not homosexuality out there. There's not all these other things.
Yeah, what about Justin Bieber? This poor guy. What happened to him? I mean,
he really sounds like, yes, of course, the person that stabbed them with the knife, given they're a bad person. But what about the person that was standing there? Just standing there. What about them?
Yeah. Why do they allow them to put it between the rib cage?
Yep.
So they get right into the heart like that. Just try to get your ribs in the way to block it. Fucking idiot.
Where were you, Sunflower Dragon? Where were you?
And then Brendan Schaub, being the meathead that he is, decides to join in and take Chris's side on this.
They're part of the problem.
They're part of the problem
but
too.
also, buddy, you're telling me no one was like, girl, I sucked that dick so good, I'm Catwoman.
Dude, yeah, forget it.
What?
Did he just call out Halle Berry? Is that what I just heard? Is that he just called Halle Berry out for the getting the role of Catwoman?
Was that specifically that? Was that what he was doing?
I have no idea. I don't know a lot of. I don't know all the Catwomens.
I just love that. Like he's.
I know a cat girl or two, but I don't know all the Catwomens.
Fair enough. I like that he was looking around for somebody to support him, and Brendan Dunn. He's like, "Oh, not you, buddy. Fuck."
That's hilarious. All right. Well, anyway, I thought that was wild. Chris D'Elia going off on the victims in this is next level for him. And if he's playing a character, they're all defending Diddy. They're all defending Harvey Weinstein. It's different. It's a different kind of show over there. I'll give him credit. For once, I was actually interested in what they were saying. It's like, well, that's something you don't hear every day.
Yeah, if that was the only topic of his show, it was a show with that kind of theme, I'd tune in every week to see his thoughts on this.
Right. All right, well, coming up, we're going to talk about SteelToe. We have some very funny things to show about SteelToe. Karmic is going to talk about me and Shuli and Stuttering John. Karmic weighs in on Stuttering John. Opie is a hero. But please, if you want to send the show into a screeching halt, the best way to do that is to make it about you by going to supertip.gg/WATP, as Arkansas's theorem has done.
Not enough tribe members on this panel.
Quick, blow the shofar, the 12 shall assemble.
Very good. Chad's missing upper lip coming in. 3 unfunny hacks and the golden hour. Oh, I see what you did there.
At least he likes Christian Black. Oh.
Oh, no. Hashtag fire black.
Shrapnel everywhere.
Jeez. No one's safe from Chad's missing upper lip. All right. We got to talk about SteelToe.
Please, guys, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Venmo. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we don't deserve it.
Aaron goes through a bit of a emotional roller coaster on the show yesterday on SteelToe. And, you got to feel for the poor guy. He's been having it real easy after his court case. After he went in to get his slap on the wrist, $50 fine, and then it turned out that didn't happen at all. And he's got another sentencing hearing coming up in October. He had some very generous donors give him a lot of money, and he went, sweet. I got the goal covered, and anyone who gives me money now, that's for a goal in the future, and I don't have to worry about it because we don't need to talk about goals. We don't need to beg anymore. Well, that has finally come to a screeching halt, as we'll see from this clip of OK presentation. 6117, the SteelToe Boarding Show subreddit.
Vadam says, can someone shoot the $70 and let's be done with the goal tonight? Crunchy baby, are you here? Guys, we do need that $70. I'm going to be fucking embarrassed. I'm going to be disappointed greatly if my 24 hours is, holy shit, we're so close to being 4 weeks ahead on the goal to we took a fucking $70 L. I was of the mind that we were never going to take an L again. I thought SteelToe.
Why? This man is so delusional. How could you possibly be that delusional? Yeah. He's been struggling all year with this goal and missing it by a ton. And finally he got ahead of it a little bit. And he's like, I'll never beg again.
I got a paycheck. I quit.
Yes. So fucking stupid.
Was on such an upswing. What a fucking emotional roller coaster doing this job is. And like fucking nothing's coming in. So it's not even like, hey guys, $70, we're on our way. You know, it looks like the trend is bad. There's 15 minutes left.
Look at how stressful this is for him. And he can't help but explain all of his emotions that are going on as it's happening to him. We need $70 still. I don't see any money coming in. I keep refreshing Venmo. There's nothing there.
It's no way to live, but I'm glad he's living it.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
And we're $70 away, and I'm back to goal talk, and this definitely feels like a step down. This definitely feels like a demotion. So
yeah, you're begging on the internet again.
Oh, help out, $5-10 at a time, if you please. Back to this gross. I feel like a mud creature now. Aboliticious gifting a membership. Thank you.
We're back. the guy's emotions. He really is like a woman with his emotions, because he's just like, I haven't seen a donation in 13 minutes, and you guys hate me, and there's one. Hey, we're doing it. I quit.
He's like someone who's starving or an addict.
Yeah.
Much my begging.
He just got his fix.
Yeah.
Like that's all it took. Like, that's not going to get him through the next 10 minutes.
He couldn't even finish the sentence. He was like, and we're back.
Yep.
Gifting a membership. Thank you very much. My begging finally annoys someone into throwing us a $5. Das Optic Nerd.
By the way, that is the lesson to be learned, Aaron. Always be begging.
Always be annoying.
Always be begging the audience. We love it.
Got that membership. That puts us 65 away and 50 memberships even away from 300 on Rumble.
Jesus, the numbers that he's keeping track of while doing a show. He could do a much better show if he wasn't paying attention to how many memberships he's gotten on Rumble. For a while there, he was trying to figure out if he got more money through PayPal or Streamlabs or Venmo, and he was calculating that, but he's also calculating who gives him the money, because if there's a leaderboard in the top 4, and he has to add up those numbers.
It's just double speak because his math never checks out anyways.
So yeah, it's all stupid.
Yeah.
Every time I tune in, it's like election day, where like in the morning, they've got all the charts and the graphs up, and they're looking at all this.
Let's zoom in on this county right here, because this is going to be a swing county right here.
See, there's a Rumble rant that's coming in and hasn't been processed yet, and then we have all this from the Discord that's coming. It's very embarrassing. This is not important. You being in a bad mood because you don't make your goal doesn't affect us, so it's not a good motivation, Aaron.
Oh, it affects me.
Yeah. Makes us happier.
Well, that's a good point. Good point.
Go an extra half hour, 45 minutes. If we bang out that last 50 memberships. But $65 is the goal. Help out, please. We can't fucking go from kicking ass and cocking off to getting our fucking ass kicked. So if you got something, now's the time. We appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Also, Stephen King.
Okay, yeah, then he goes into a topic. I have news for Aaron, because I've seen this before. For as long as Aaron is going to be streaming, he will be begging for money. The idea that he had in his head that, like, I went a couple of weeks without having to beg for money, so I'll never do it again. Aaron will always be Dark Side Phil.
Can we talk about cocking off for a second? Cocking off? Is that a thing? Do we say that?
Maybe it's a Minnesota thing.
It must be, because I've never heard it.
Karmic X about it. All right, we have to talk about this golf tournament. So Aaron has coming up at the end of this month his big 11-year anniversary show live at Stoney's. And they have a cornhole tournament Saturday afternoon, followed by a comedy show featuring Aaron, Johnny Crutches, Gino, and Keanu Saturday night.
Who are the comedians?
And then Sunday morning, they have a golf tournament at this golf club that doesn't hold tournaments on Sundays and has said that it's not their tournament.
Doesn't seem well planned.
But listen to what Aaron was saying. I'm so glad somebody grabbed this. This is what Aaron was saying back in March 26th, when he was promoting this golf tournament and how great it was going to be.
At least $1,000 for winning a golf tournament. Holly with $9.99 says this golf tournament talk is making me too excited for a Wednesday morning on my way to work. I know, right? I'm so excited for golf.
By the way, I want to point out that Holly's super chat here makes me too excited for FORE. It's fucking cornball.
We got people lining up already. My phone's blowing up. I'll sponsor. I think that this golf thing is something we're going to keep coming back to on
Good.
Yeah. His phone's blowing up. Everyone wants to sponsor holes. Everyone wants to be a part of it. This is great.
Today's show. But also, I think that this thing is going to get a little bit bigger than I think it will.
That's the dumbest sentence I've ever heard. I think this thing is going to get bigger than I think it will.
Well, you paid for the hour, so how you spend it is up to you.
Right. If the Duke is done, the Dabbleverse will die.
Don't do what Donnie don't does.
Because if we throw 200 people at a comedy show where you got to pay just to get a ticket to watch the comedy show, you can get a couple hundred people to do a golf tournament, and that's a shitload of people.
Wait, hold on. Let's break down that logic. Please. If we could get 200 people to go to a comedy show, then we can get 200 people to be in a golf tournament. What percentage of people who go to a comedy show golf? And then what percentage of those people who golf want to get up the next morning and be in a golf tournament? 100%?
How could you know?
I guess it's 100% according to movie math over here.
What is a good prize amount for now all my Google search results are for a golf tournament? A few hundred to several $1,000s. Oh, well, fuck a duck. We can do that. Jesus Christ. You know what? For all of you SteelToe fans who for years have been telling me, Aaron, do a golf tournament. Aaron, do a golf tournament. And I've been like, guys, I don't know. Everything I'm reading about putting on a golf tournament doesn't seem that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It seems actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let's probably do that. There we go.
No, I'm sure it'll be super easy. So let's fast forward to yesterday when he's talking about this golf tournament. They're trying new gimmicks. Originally, he said it was going to be thousands of dollars in prizes. Now I think we're down to $400 for first place, $200 for second, and $100 for third. But he said if you got more people to register, it would go up to $500 if you win. Regardless, it's nowhere near where it used to be. And he added a new package now. You can pay more money and be in the grouping with Aaron or with Gino or with Keanu. So you can pay to golf with them specifically. From what I've seen, they haven't sold any of those yet. But this is the update. After you just saw, he's just like, I can put on a golf tournament and give out thousands of dollars. This is easy peasy. Everyone's going to want to do it. We'll have hundreds of people, which would be nuts for a golf tournament.
I hate this. I will say, I hate that we have... I'm being selfish. I know it's selfish. I understand.
Oh, this clip starts with, he's still $70 off the goal. He's very upset about it. Well, we start with that, then we'll get to the golf tournament talk.
I hate having goals again. I really do. There was something about, like, now it just turned 8 o'clock, right? We have 30 minutes left. And, like, that $70 is in the back of my mind. You got to make it. You got to make it. You got to make it. And then, like, I remember the last 3 or 4 weeks now, I've just been going, all right, you got 30 minutes left, buddy. Just fucking have a great rest of the show. Let's crush that shit.
It's so weird. If I was stressing out about WATP, I wouldn't express it on the show.
Right.
We'd push through it, and then we'd have a meeting or something, or I'd figure it out on my own. But this idea that he's on the show going, oh, all I'm thinking about is the $70 I need. And all I'm thinking about in the back of my fucking head. It's like, well, get over it, man, and finish your show, because this is not good.
And not to nitpick, but that's not the back of your mind.
No, that's fun. That's a good point.
This is definitely what it's like to spend time with Aaron, be his friend, anything. This is what he does to get his way. It's very John-like. He's just pouting. Oh, I'm so upset, like you said. I wish somebody would do something to fix my mood. If they would just do it, all this would be done, but they won't. Checking the Rumble rants, checking that. It's just not happening.
We do speculate what it's like to be in a relationship with this asshole. It's got to be brutal. Just nonstop. He's so needy.
You don't exist. He says whatever he wants. He talks about, it must be impossible. Can he pull 200 people to Stoney's for one of his events?
I'd be
That's
shocked.
an impressive number for a comedy show in wherever that is, Minnesota. That's a good
not
number.
It didn't happen last year for his 10th. It won't happen this year.
So why does he say this? Why can't he just be a human being and throw a golf tournament? Why does it always have to be the greatest golf tournament anyone's ever seen? They're all bad at it. I'm the greatest at it. Like, your dad throws a golf tournament. Like, how'd it go? We had a low turnout. Really? Yeah. Well, better luck next year. I might not do it next year. Oh, you should. That's it. It's not like I'm the greatest superhero in the world. Can't he just do things? Everything's not a win for the fucking show. Some things are just a golf game.
What you just described, Adam, would solve most of his problems. Because the reason why there's all these shows, Shuli's completely on board now, like, there's all these shows that just do nothing but clip this guy and make fun of him, is because of what you just said. He has to bring everything to these extremes, that he's the best. He's a broadcaster up there with Bubba and Anthony Cumia. He's in the top 3 broadcasters of all time. He has said that. And when he talks about his golf tournament, it's going to be easy, and it's going to be thousands of dollars, and everything he does is going to be this huge event.
He's an amazing boxer.
He's an amazing boxer who's never won a boxing match. It's like, dude, just fucking humble yourself a little bit. Just be realistic about yourself. Relax over there. But actually don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us.
Double down.
Yeah. You got this. You're the best.
You got it.
So I kind of, it's kind of a bummer. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. See, this is Eric asking me to read this to you guys and see what you think. Tonight you were talking about this year's golf event and not filling spots. Try this way next year with people playing their own ball. Next year, try a scramble best ball. I think you'll get more teams because it's a shotgun start. It's best ball with each a group of 4. You buy 2 teams on each hole to keep it honest. I'm an avid golfer. I golf multiple scrambles. I don't want to, but that's my thing.
So this is interesting. And I don't know a ton about golf tournaments, but I've been a part of organizations that have put them together before. And this is how you do a golf tournament.
Yeah.
Because it brings in people who don't necessarily play golf a lot and gives them a chance to participate because you're doing best ball with your grouping. So, you can kind of slack a little bit and you won't be too detrimental to the thing.
It sounds like this idea makes sense, and it sounds like he's trying to find a way out of it.
Oh, he hates it. He hates it.
I golf multiple scrambles. I don't want to, but that's my thing. I don't want to organize that.
Okay.
He found a way.
I don't want to organize that. I don't want to do it. I'm not interested in it. I hate fucking best ball. That's what I'm saying. Like, the way I'm organizing it the way I would want it, and that's selfish, and that's not fair to the people in the tournament. So I'm doing this one time because people asked me to do it.
No, this is amazing too, because we just watched in March where he's going, I could do this. This will be fucking awesome. It's going to be great. And now he's going, guys, you told me to do this. I mean, I think he got like a couple people to donate where he goes, shall we do a golf tournament? And then he got like, a couple $100. He's just like, all right, we're doing a golf tournament. That's all it takes to sway him, is just to donate some money.
Oh, that's why it's quite easy.
Right.
And it hasn't even happened yet, and he's already talking about, we're not doing this again.
Yeah.
I'm done.
No,
One and out.
This is great.
The turnout is not going to be awesome. And next year, I think I'll just, I'll go golfing on my own time.
With your money.
Yeah, he's already pouting about it. Yeah. I guess I'll just go golfing without any of my friends. I don't care. I need you guys.
Be at least 200 people there. It'll be fine.
Not that it's bad. Like, I love it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be great. I don't like organizing it.
Somebody just kicked it in his head. It's like, you sound like you're taking it out of there, Aaron. Watch out. Like, no, it's what I wanted to have happen. He can't help himself.
You're right.
I got to back that up again. That's fucking funny. I don't care. It's going to suck. Who gives a shit?
Turnout is not going to be awesome. And next year, I think I'll just, I'll go golfing on my own time. Not that it's bad. Like, I love it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be great. I don't like organizing it. I don't like worrying if there's going to be enough people or what the prizes are going to be or any of that shit. It's just...
oh, you mean organizing it? I thought you said it was easy.
Yeah. When he's like, I don't know why people say this is so hard. This is what they're thinking about.
This is what they're talking about.
These are the things. Must you learn every lesson the hard way?
Yes, live on air.
Online, yeah.
It's crazy.
Because on top of that, while he was doing this bit, he was reading from his phone in his hand live on the screen. Aaron, if I were you, I just wouldn't do that anymore.
Yep.
Show you've learned something. Don't be on your phone while you're on your show, and don't hold it up to the camera, please.
This guy who knows about how to actually throw a successful golf tournament says blah, 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 blah. Fuck this guy. Okay, cool.
People or what the prizes are going to be or any of that shit. It's just, especially when you're organizing the anniversary. Like, I feel like it's taking my attention away from coming up with stuff for the anniversary party. So I'm doing it once because the audience,
demanded
they asked for it. They wanted me to do it. So I said, okay, we're trying it once. I don't think as many of you responded as thought you would. And so it's kind of like one of those things where, like, yeah, Aaron, we really want this. I think what you wanted was more you wanted me to do it.
Yeah, they were fucking with you.
And fail, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Aaron, the people in your chat who don't give you money are fucking with you. And some of the people who give you money are fucking with you also.
There's also that.
They're trying to set you up for failure. And Aaron's going, so you guys all acted like you wanted the golf tournament and no one's signing up for it. It's like, yeah, that's correct.
He will not connect those dots, though.
Nope.
I think you're intentionally being obtuse. I think you're avoiding the fact that he clearly said, this is our fault. This is all the fans' fault. It's all of his fans' fault. And they need to own up and take responsibility. I think it's time for them to step up and realize that so Aaron can have none of it.
Good point.
And the best way the best way to take responsibility, folks, is to send me money.
Or you wanted me to do it. I don't think you wanted it as much as you wanted it to be like an option, so to speak. Does that make sense? I'm not explaining it the way I feel about it, but it's like, I think you liked the idea of me doing it more than you actually were like, yeah, I really want to fucking do it. So I'm glad that we're doing it one time. I'm glad that we're doing a cool, fun hangover thing after the anniversary show. I don't know if it's something I want to do again, though. I'll be honest. 09 Canyon says, I hate doing stuff.
So now he's trying to guilt people into it by being like, well, guess what? No golf tournament next year. So if you want to be in a golf tournament, you got to sign up for this one. That's the only one we're ever going to do.
And like almost all of the things he accuses his fans of, that's you, Aaron. I think it was you that liked the idea of shitting on people for not being able to pull off a simple task like you could and ragging on them and pretending that you're superior was something you wanted to do more than you really wanted to throw a golf tournament. Isn't that true? Isn't that what we're saying?
Aaron wants to make a bunch of money from his listeners and play golf on Sunday. It's all the other shit he doesn't like. Actually organizing it, getting people to purchase tickets, figuring out the logistics of it, getting the prizes together. Hates all that.
I was talking with a friend about narcissists over the weekend. She was talking about her ex and how he thinks that going to therapy is something he has to win at.
Oh, yeah.
And
how's he do? Is he winning?
No. Because she says he would have to completely reset himself and like give up everything, just start over. And I don't think Aaron could possibly not be manipulative. I don't think it's in his nature.
No, it's definitely not.
He could try and he would still be manipulative.
He talks about from time to time how he's a really good salesperson. When he worked at the radio station, he sold his own advertising. Okay. So he was a morning host who was also the sales rep for the station. And I could see why he'd be a good salesperson. He's always pushing.
Always selling you.
He's always selling. And he turns that into a show format, which is hilarious.
Yes.
It's very funny to watch.
Another win for us.
Yes.
Aaron 2025. That's not true. That's not true at all. I don't hate doing stuff. I love doing the cornhole tournament. I hope hundreds of people show up on Saturday afternoon and do the cornhole tournament. All
right, listen to this. This is some weird math. A team in cornhole, if I'm not mistaken, is two people. It's one person behind this board, the other person behind that board. And you throw
So it's a team of one, actually.
No, it's two.
Okay.
There's two people behind each board, but we're one team, you know?
Yeah. Please continue.
So he just said, I hope hundreds of people show up. Listen to this.
I think that would be fucking awesome. You know, I think we had like 13 teams last year. I'd love to see 16 teams this year. That would be really cool.
Another goal.
It's everything's numbers with them. But that's not even close to over 100 people. No. We just described 26 last year.
It was so arbitrary. I'd love to see 16.
Yeah. It's going to... so stupid.
But as far as the golf thing goes, I just don't want it to take away from everything else. All right, enough of me talking about the golf shit. And thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate that. But I want to knock out this $70. I hate having goals again. It's the fucking worst. I knew I would get used to this. Rusty Grammer says, Aaron, thanks.
What a rough evening he was having last night.
And what is it he wants to get back to exactly? I'm so confused. What is this all keeping him from doing? What's the sweet spot?
Can I explain what he means by that?
Please.
You giving him a ton of money so he doesn't have to beg for money anymore.
That's it?
That's what it is. When he talks about that, he's like, I loved last week when I was already given all the money I needed for that show. I didn't have to beg for money. That's what he's talking about.
It's like one of those old 900 numbers where you'd call for like phone sex or something, but you never quite get like this thing. He keeps saying, but then when we pay him, that's when the show's going to start.
Right.
This thing is never happening. This show he's talking about.
When does the sex start?
Yeah. How much do you know about these 900 numbers?
A lot.
Oh, wow. All right.
Very isolated in Long Island.
Well, maybe you can be on Yo Remember the 90s and talk about it with those guys.
Ooh. I would love to.
Red Bar recently received a gift from Aaron Imholt and opened it on the show.
Josh Denny fan, shout outs for your work on the Aaron Imholt Red Scare prank.
Yeah. Okay. So numero uno Josh Denny fan is the man that they're pointing out here at the beginning of this clip. Props on the Red Scare prank. Red Scare podcast is a show that we've covered on this show before. It's these women who are, they call them the dirtbag left. But anyway, it's a very political show, and it's pretty out there. And so I guess somebody told Aaron that they were talking about SteelToe on their show, and Aaron pretended that he heard it and was proud of it.
Yes, it was great. He got Aaron to believe that he was the topic of a Red Scare episode. And Aaron went out of his way to post about it, pretending that he had listened to it and that he loved the coverage. They had never talked about him, ever.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's fantastic, if true. Big if true.
So
I mean, it was
he
really
got busted
good.
in a big whopper there. Speaking of Aaron, we got a rather interesting gift in the mail. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. And save this packaging. That's nice. That out of there.
So you could tell Mike David from Red Bar is already goofing on this. It just came in a big styrofoam bag.
He's having a good time.
Nice packaging. Got to save that. So it's already some sarcasm going on. But all right, let's watch this. Let's see if he's enjoying this gift or not.
Did I read the letter first? Yeah, I guess I'll read the letter. Dear Davids. Wow. Especially Jules, it says. This is from Aaron. Thank you so much.
Do you see how he's reading it like he'd be reading to a child who got a letter from Santa? Oh, and it says you, producer Chris. Santa's talking to you. It's my name.
Remember when Gary told Stuttering John, or Gary's wife said, we're all so jealous of you, John.
Yes, right.
Much for your generosity nearly a year ago. I am so sorry that I forgot about Jules's tank top. I heard about your recent death in the family. All of us here at SteelToe were very sad to hear of Chula's passing.
We don't talk about that.
Ethan Klein. We hope this gift package will help. This is almost as low level as Denny saying the premonition.
It's also weird that he's acting like SteelToe is this entity. I don't know if it's just him and Slam Piece put this together or something. Like, us from SteelToe? Well, it's you and Johnny on Mondays. What do you mean, us from SteelToe?
And the gals at the home office and the production
No,
department.
there's actually there's none of that.
All the interns.
Accounts payable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there's none
HR,
of that. Right.
To Carl. Feel free to name the dog and use the coaster and stickers.
Oh, that's nice. He gave the dog.
Oh, so our dog died and he got us a stuffed animal dog. This is from Aaron. This is not a bit. We wish nothing but good things for the David family in 2025 and beyond. Red Bar is an inspiration to us all. Thank you, Aaron M. Holt, SteelToe Morning Show. P.S. Patrick Melton is a fat, hacky MAP.
Okay. Now, Red Bar has been going after Melton for many years, long before Melton was on anyone's radar in this world. And so Aaron is using this to be like, hey, we're on the same team, right? Because you hate Patrick Melton and I hate Patrick Melton. And so he sends this letter that includes a Stoney's, what did he say, tank top for Jules? Jules really wants a Stoney's tank top, I'm sure. That's great. Great gift. A stuffed dog because their dog died.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Coasters. Well, we'll get into Aaron's take on this, but first I do want to play this real quick because Jules did acknowledge this show.
Oh, Carl will get on his show and be like, oh, ha, 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 we have a goal too, as if it's so stupid
It's unbelievable.
to have a goal, and they're doing a goal.
And they're taking advantage of these old ladies. Yes, they're making fun of Aaron, but they're just taking $50, $100, $20. They make...
Is that true? 50? I'm looking over here at the board. People could be doing better. Anyway, Patrick Melton already addressed this, but I'll just say it real quick. We do the goal thing on This Little Piggy, the show that makes fun of Aaron for that reason, because we're making fun of Aaron, so we pretend there's a goal. But we're not counting the numbers, and we don't really have a goal, and I never say it on this show. So not quite the case. Anyway, we just saw how that gift package was received. Watch the way that Aaron spins this and gaslights his audience about it.
I can't wait.
Don't bother watching it. I'll just tell you what happened.
So, I want to thank Red Bar. Red Bar gave us a shout out during his show the other day. I watched the clip of it. Numero Uno sent it to me. I really appreciate it.
So, Numero Uno Josh Denny fan, the same guy who fooled Aaron into thinking that Red Scare was talking about him, is the same person who sent him that clip. So he's manipulating all of this, and dummy Aaron is going, oh, this guy's great. He sent me this clip. Isn't this awesome? Getting a shout out.
Sent it to me. I really appreciate it. He opened our gift package on the air, and he was actually very touched by the dog gift.
Yeah. He was very touched by a stuffed animal. You know, when he was patronizingly being like, oh, look we got a dog, Jules.
Another win.
What an idiot.
Because they lost their dog Chula this year. There was the Stoney's tank top for Jules. It was really nice of him. I was like, I'm watching it almost through one eye at the beginning going, oh God, what do you...
Wait till he starts shitting on us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first thing he did, was call you out for being a phony. It was the very first thing that happened in that clip.
And Mike David was all compliments for the toe.
Nice.
And I really appreciate that.
It's insane.
Do you think he believes that? Does he?
He can't.
They're obsessed about me.
He can't be that stupid. It's not possible.
Maybe.
He's obviously... But thank you to Mike David for the kind words. He also pointed out, he's like, SteelToe's the most honest guy in this business. He has a goal. You hit the goal. You stop. He goes, all these other shows just taking suckers' money over and over, just taking all these, he said, old ladies' money and stupid people's money and all this stuff. We have an intelligent audience. We go, hey, here's the number. Get there. Stop.
If I'm Johnny Crush, I'm like, he was joking, obviously, right? You fucking idiot.
Yeah, but we might get money out of this, so I'll be quiet.
Yeah, like even Johnny Crutch is hearing Aaron explain how Mike David was gushing over them would be like, that doesn't sound right. I should probably go check this out for myself. Because it's all just the opposite. And Adam, you think Aaron knows. Aaron's a smart guy, right? He knows what
I don't think he does. But you said it earlier. You said he first sent this because of something he didn't see. He was just told about. Right? You would never do that. That's why we're here. We don't trust anyone else but our own eyes and ears on important things. So I would never trust somebody saying, this was just said about you. Oh, let me not check it and send a gift. You would only do that if you don't trust your own take on things, which is John. He can't form opinions until
Right.
other people have them first. He sees it and he doesn't know. Like we've seen him asking, are they making fun of me? Is this me? He doesn't know. So he's too sensitive. He's blinded. He doesn't want to watch it. If he can convince himself that it was good, then he just will and run with it and stick with it. I think he's holding on to it because he can't process the other. I really do.
Wow. That's sad.
It's really sad.
We played a clip of Mike David talking about giving me money, like very tongue-in-cheek. He's like, let's win Carl over on our team. Let's start manipulating him. And we played it on the show. I wasn't just like, oh, this is amazing. Mike's going to start giving us money. This is so fantastic. But that's exactly what Aaron is doing right here. He's like, this is great.
That was when you fired the entire staff.
Yes. I'm like, I got me and Mike David. We're going to do this together from here on out.
You're so desperate for a win, you block out anything that's not just undeniable to everyone that sees it as a loss. If it's not an undeniable loss, we're going to etch out that win.
All right, I got some Karmic X stuff coming up that I'm excited to play for you because he's got some opinions on me. I didn't know that Karmic X was paying attention over here. And then Opie is a hero. Opie saved the day, and he's got the story. We have 2 minutes with Tom. We have a new show, Is It Gay? Coming up, a new SteelToe show that we're getting to. But first, over at supertip.gg/WATP, Jules is worried about our goal, and so am I. And so Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast, is helping us out. And why don't we blame those gunshot victims for causing a lead shortage and making ER staff work so hard? Am I right, fellas? Crystalia.
That's an actual quote.
It might be, actually. Silent Shape coming in.
Oh, I can still remember Julie Tolentino, the dancing Filipino. We used to run around. Her and Flounce and Freddie were going hot and steady. Now she runs a dyke bar, the biggest one in town.
I like it. Silence Do Good coming in. Adam, have you seen the South Park episode where the smug electric car owners love the smell of their own farts? I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I have. Why? What's up?
What's up?
What are you thinking? Yeah, asking, sorry for-
Wow, JC, and I was making fun of this. I didn't see this before, but JC is coming in with $100.
These precious girls. Let them be. Let them wash away. Why are you not bitter, honey?
Thank you very much, JC. That is very much appreciated. JC's been all over this channel lately, gifting memberships, purchasing super chats, purchasing super tips.
You gonna start rapping?
I'm just appreciative, that's all. Liberals against Mike Morse coming in.
New premium offer. One slot for $500 for exclusive access to the 19th hole. The 19th hole is Keanu's mouth.
I was wondering.
I was wondering myself.
Can everyone send me money so my studio can sponsor a hall?
Yes, that's how that works. Ricky Bev.
Guys, I'll tell the story again. I went to a therapist. She told me I was fine. Then she asked me for help with a few things. And yeah, I'm her therapist now.
Yep. God,
what was your score coming out of therapy?
Totally, I missed the day. It's got to be out there. Someone can find it. I missed the day when Aaron comes out and he goes, I was a narcissist the way I treated April. And I've realized the error of my ways. I should not have put her on my show and put her out there. It really messed with her. And the next day he came on and he goes, I saw a therapist. I'm not a narcissist. Everything's cool.
I won therapy.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It's like, holy shit, this man, that can't be real. Trey Peacock fan. Calling Quadfather a diminished Easter Island hat on top of Lieutenant Dan is the most accurate WTP bird of all time. Well done, Aaron. Yeah, go back to the preamble to see that.
Funny because it's true.
Weird comment coming in. The question is, there has to be super chats about his case, and he's not putting up. Do they count towards the goal or no? Oh yeah, he has said he's not going to put any of those up, and they probably aren't going towards the goal. Via what I would assume. Another chin for the toe. Troy Smith picking up on the fact that Aaron's been gaining some LBs, and stress eating.
You asked if he was dumb. I mean,
I did.
Only a dumb person takes therapy once and thinks they're an expert on it, and actually thinks they can talk to other people who've spent years in it and con them into thinking he did it. Same thing with golf experts, with boxing experts, with broadcasters. He thinks he can just step into something and now he's the best at it and he can teach others, but it's so apparent he doesn't know anything about these things.
That is the Dunder Krugen effect. Dunder Mifflin. I'm blanking on the name of it.
Dunning-Kruger.
Yeah, Dunning-Kruger, right. The Dunning-Kruger effect, where you're so bad at it, you don't recognize that you're bad at it.
Yes.
And you don't realize that there's people who are way better at it than you are because you're not recognizing what that talent is. And Aaron falls into that category a lot. But again, I can't tell if he's just manipulating everyone, because I'll never forget a Hackamania, back to the hack, when we saw in the private text message in December of 2023 that he thought his show was imploding. But on his show at that time, he was talking about how great it is. It's the best show out there, and they're killing it. They never made more money, and April's the best. So it makes me think that he does understand reality and just puts on this facade and lies to himself and the audience.
I think you're right, and at some point it just all turns into one. You know what I mean? Like you had a bad date, but you tell your friends it went great. You mention only the good things, and you start to convince yourself. And he's been doing exactly that for so long by himself. It starts to just become one thing, and that's how that delusion sets in.
I should start doing that because John told me that ignorant is bliss. I'm going to start doing that myself. All right, let's talk about Karmic X, a guy we don't talk about a lot on here. Not sure what my opinion is on Karmic. Sometimes he's brilliant. Sometimes he says things and I go, that's interesting. And then 98% of the time I go, what the fuck is this guy rambling on about? But he gets a question about Stuttering John, what he thinks about Stuttering John.
Stuttering John was the master of asking questions that were written primarily by Jackie Martling and Fred Norris. But Stuttering John had the balls to say fuck his own career, mind you, and shit on all these celebrities and these massive fucking industry names.
So I agree. And the very first time we ever covered Stuttering John, that was the first thing I said. I'm a fan of Stuttering John. He had some amazing interviews. I played some examples of interviews that I enjoyed. And so you can't take that away from him, his role on the Howard Stern show, especially with the celebrity interviews that he was doing. What I disagree with from what Karmic just said is he was like, fuck it to his own career. He was an unpaid intern. When he first started doing these celebrity interviews, he was just the stunt boy who had nothing to lose. So it wasn't like John was mixing it up in Hollywood.
No, he's never gone after anything.
And then they're like, hey, can you like insult some of these people? He's just like, I don't know. They're my friends. It's like that was never the case.
John likes it to sound like it was his bit and that he came up with it since he's been doing it since childhood. Like he came there with this bit, and that's what he brought to the Stern show. Not that that's how they utilized an intern.
But I do appreciate that Karmic knows the history of this. He asked questions written by Fred and Jackie, and he had balls to go up and do that and ask those questions. A lot of the part that was funny about it was the fact that he couldn't spit the question out.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily, sometimes it was the reaction by the celebrity, and other times it was just John stammering because he was so nervous.
Helped get him in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But all of these morning shows have stunt boys who do stupid shit. Howard Stern just was a much bigger show with a much bigger audience. So I don't know that there's a stunt boy on another show that isn't more talented or interesting.
Some of them write their own stuff, like Triumph or Borat, or they're their own writers.
Well, I don't think those are stunt boys, but I hear what you're saying. I don't know that Karmic understands what this word means.
So I think when Stuttering John got that offer to be on the Tonight Show, that must have been like a golden fucking parachute to the guy, because he went places against Hollywood, against celebrities, against big names and everything.
A golden parachute. Do you know what that refers to? It's when you're like the CEO of a company or you have a high position and you fuck up and they have to remove you from the company, but they give you a huge payout. All right, man, you're out of here, but here's a ton of money and go away. That's a golden parachute. It's not going from one job and then getting promoted to another position somewhere. Anyway, am I being too nitpicky on this one?
No, it's a theme where he thinks he knows what he's talking about, but he actually has no idea. And I'm a big fan of his like free form poetry, and just the idea of Karmic's. But he tries to be so bold and daring that sometimes you go so far out there, you go back to the beginning, and you're actually square and wrong. He's trying to be bold by saying everyone's wrong about Stuttering John. But he gets it all wrong, doesn't understand what he's talking about, and he doesn't really even mean it. We've been here longer, Karmic.
He tries to sound very intelligent.
And he does not, and he doesn't know that, and that's embarrassing.
There's a lot of times
words from books. You know, he reads this dictionary, and he thinks that gives him a vocabulary, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Shuli has no right to question Stuttering John. Neither does Carl. These are two pissant motherfuckers. Shuli and Carl, they're pissants. They're weak. They have nothing. No gravitas. So when they discuss other men, I just look at them and say, who gives you the right to discuss what a man is?
I think the irony might be lost on him.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me you had no gravitas.
I'm sorry. I was trying to pull the wool over your eyes.
You did.
The only thing I would say to Karmic on this one is that I've never cried on my show.
Yeah.
Karmic cries on a regular basis, and he's saying that I'm not a man, but all right.
And you know how to sit upright. You know how to sit upright.
Pretty good at that.
Yeah.
But he might be onto something, you know. Who am I to say? So then he brings up seeing Stuttering John on Pat Dixon's show a couple of years ago. And this is an interesting theory that he has.
It was like actually an interview going on with a normal human being. So I seen that side of John, and I'm kind of like, yeah, he's playing it up just for get on Shuli and Carl's easy to grasp radar, which is very low hanging fruit, mind you. So I feel Stuttering John plays into it, and these fucking losers, Stuttering John, or no, Shuli and Carl, they eat it up. Oh, we got to talk about Stuttering John. Fucking Carl, you suck. You're a pissant loser, man.
Who told you that, Rob Saul? Who's talking to this guy? He's giving the 411 on me. This is ridiculous.
If anyone actually saw the interview of John with Pat Dixon, you would think Karmic X is a fucking moron. That is not what happened at all in any way. You have no idea what you're looking at, and I defy you to show me a moment, create a moment where Stuttering John turns it off for you, and you get to see the real person. Ask him to not do any of those stupid things for a minute straight on the air. He's incapable of it.
Wait, so Adam, you're saying this theory that Karmic has, that John is being a buffoon on purpose because it's a trap that he's setting for Shuli and me to then play clips of his show and make him an even bigger star, is not true? Even though he ran off the internet away from us because he couldn't take it anymore? Like maybe Karmic's entire argument is moot?
Not only that, but how would it benefit John for you and Shuli to make a very good living off of embarrassing him and not being able to stop it for years? I know you're trying to be like anarchistic, you know, but you just sound like an uninformed loser. I appreciate that you think you're at like an open mic poetry slam and you just gotta like fill this thing with a lot of words, and as long as people hear, you know, something obscene every 30 seconds, they'll keep watching, but you don't make any fucking sense.
I haven't heard a take that dumb since, well, 2 days ago when Quad was on Point Dabbleverse.
It's the same shit, and he'll do the same thing. He'll come on, he'll rail about the same stuff, he'll have no points, there'll be nothing to back it up but you know, a low register and some random pretty words.
Mm-hmm. Well, it gets even more nasty.
You really the fuck are. You just don't equate to what a real man is, I'm afraid. As I fix my hair. But that's my opinion on Carl. Just a subhuman fucking sludge trying to do good. His audience are composed of subhumans too.
Jesus. Is that true, guys?
No, it's actually old ladies. We learned from the last clip.
That's NLO as the old ladies.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a crossover.
There might be, yeah.
So we have a subhuman army. That's kind of cool.
That is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Start a band.
Let's do something with it.
Why don't you say something bad about KB, Karmic? Why don't you try saying something bad about KB, and we can learn how fucking bold and daring and how you don't really give a shit about anything, right? Do that.
No, I think he's choosing sides here. If I had
I
to
don't
guess.
see that at all. I'm sure he's a man of morals who would never
Yep.
just let his opinions be swayed because he thinks someone is a father figure because he gives you $100 every 2 weeks.
It's odd to me when people think they know who an audience is. I haven't even wrapped my head around that. And I've done like 8 live shows.
Yeah, we've met them.
10 live shows or something like that at this point. I can't even figure out who these people are. But
shocking.
He's got it all figured out. This is my favorite. This is the last clip. This is my favorite one.
So fuck Carl, fuck Shuley, and the horse they rode in on. They can't ride a horse either.
Oh,
God,
man.
they suck.
See what I'm saying?
Got us.
You can teach him to fish, but you can't fish for a day. Give a man a horse, and won't remember his name. Great episode, man. You killed it. That was awesome. Now play some doors underneath there, and we'll really get badass.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. You can't even ride a horse. That is true, actually. I've been accused of a lot of things. Failed digital marketer, a smile talker. Never been accused of not being able to ride a horse before. That's a new one for me.
But you can't even dressage.
He's out of control.
Horse term.
I didn't know that. Do you a horse rider, Adam?
Yeah, no. Okay. I love that you had to ask, though.
Horse rider.
That's not even the right term, is it?
No, I'm not an equestrian, Carl. But
okay, yeah. So that would have made me sound more intelligent, probably.
So, my kid's a horse rider.
Hold on a second. Can I defend myself real quick?
Sure.
I spend all fucking day pulling clips from Opie, Stuttering John, Melendez, Brendan Schaub. Yeah. I'm going to be dumber.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
It does rub off on you.
It does. It's not great. You know what is great? Is people ruining the show by going to supertip.gg/WATP. We got Opie coming up. We got 2 Minutes with Tom. We got the Review Girls coming on. Is It Gay is going to be debuting a new game that we have. But first, Principal Uncertainty is here again with us.
Never wear yellow again.
It's not a good color for me. All right. Noted. Stewie felt. Did Carl almost say Dunder Mifflin effect?
Almost.
Kind of, yeah.
I think Adam said it. I'm pretty sure Adam said it.
You set it up.
Mike Crotch. Aaron is a know-nothing know-it-all. That's a good way to put it.
But he's got a saddle. I digress.
And Aaron's feel-bads. Karmic X making a lot of sense. Yep, making a lot of good points on that one. Aaron's feel-bads again. Subhuman effing sludge trying to do good. Deep, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't understand the trying to do good part. It's not like I donate to charitable organizations or anything like that. Do you imagine?
That's how Scientology got popular. When people don't understand what something means, sometimes they just assume that person's smarter than them, and they're like, "Oh, that must make sense." No, it doesn't make sense what Karmic X is saying, and if you think it does, you're wrong.
But Scientology makes sense, though, right?
It's just look, it helped me, changed my life, got me
good.
off heroin, and set me straight. But that's just me.
Okay. All right, let's find out about the heroics of my buddy Opie from this week.
Ba, 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 ba.
Babble, babble, babble.
That's right. Greg Opie Hughes, former intern to Stephanie Miller, as we learned earlier in the program today, starts off his show. He's at the beach, and you know what he wants to do. He wants to give us a weather report.
Finally, the clouds moved through, and we had a fine beach day yesterday, but it got a little crazy. Before we get into it, let's say hi to Jerry Shepardini. He's becoming a regular on my live stream. What's up, Jerry? How are you?
And yes, he did start with singing, but I can't play it every time. Yeah. It's always the singing and then the weather report. That was great. Just wanted to give you that. So things got a little crazy. That's a nice tease.
Crazy.
That's a nice tease because Opie came with a story today. He doesn't do this very often. He actually has something to talk about, and he starts off talking about this crazy day he had the day before.
So yesterday was quite the day, man. quite the day. I'm a little effed up. I'm not going to lie to you. When you get a big shot of adrenaline going through your body, it kind of messes you up for the rest of the day, right? Right? We were having just a normal beach day. My kids wanted to go swimming, so I went in with my kids. The waves are big, but usually you kind of pay attention to the waves. You're like, all right, the kids can handle this. I don't see any riptides, although riptides are very, very mysterious. Sometimes you don't see them, and they're there. And I was swimming with my kids, and something about the waves, I was like, you know what? I don't like how these things are breaking. Something just didn't seem right. So I actually told my kids to move in a little bit so they could handle the ocean. I've always told my kids since they were like very, very little, you gotta respect the ocean. Don't ever turn your back on the ocean.
Life lessons from Greg. He's still messed up from the shot of adrenaline he had yesterday.
Yes.
Could you imagine? Like you get up the next day and you're like, yeah, yesterday was such a wild day. I'm still fucked up from it. It's supposed to be a crazy thing that happened.
I better have more coffee.
I'm very excited about this. He's looking for riptides. There might be a riptide over there. I'm not sure, but you kids come over here. Respect that ocean. Don't turn your back on
I want to know how they've
ocean.
been disrespecting the ocean. What have they been doing?
Probably throwing cans in there and stuff, I would imagine. I don't know. So this is where the story begins. This is where things start to get a little crazy.
And out of the corner of my eye, I see these two kids to my left. They're about probably 100, 150 yards away from where we were swimming. They are just a little younger than my kids. So I think it was like a 12-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl. And they're boogie board, and they're having the time of their lives. But to boogie board, they got to be way out there, and then they're bringing these waves all the way to the shore. And I'm like, man, that looks like fun. And I was thinking to myself, maybe we should get the boogie boards for later on in the day.
Okay. The fact that Opie had a thought of maybe I should get my boogie boards out is neither here nor there. Not necessary in this story at all. I think he just wanted to brag that he also owns a boogie board. Because what we're about to find out has nothing to do with whether or not he's going to go boogie boarding later. But he spots these kids. The details, I think, are important as we listen to this story. Because I'm not sure about every detail in this. He spots these kids 150 yards away. That's a ways.
Yeah.
And I assume he means down the beach, probably not all the way out 150 yards out into the ocean, right? But I guess they're pretty far out, as he said, because they're catching waves. So he sees the father of these kids, who does seem alarmed.
So next thing you know, I see the father run down to the shoreline, and he's in a panic. That's the first thing I saw. He's in a panic. I'm like, oh shit, these kids are in a riptide. The one girl, she let go of her boogie board. That's when I was like, okay, this is a situation.
Something I want to point out, because we're just setting up the story right now with these clips. Opie's almost talking normally.
Yeah.
It's interesting that when you prep, when you have something to say, you don't feel the need to have that crutch of your silly voice.
Yeah, the filler.
You don't, because he has to think he's trying to be entertaining, so he has to pronounce words wrong and do the voices. But now he actually has a story he wants to tell, and he's kind of just explaining it like a normal adult would.
Yeah, it's actually moving along. He's not repeating himself.
Right. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like maybe he should prep more often and the show would be better. But he won't learn that lesson. So the father seems alarmed. He's looking over. The dad's going, oh no, what's going on? And Opie's looking for those riptides again. Mm-hmm. Is there one of those riptides over there? Darn. That's how they show up.
And the girl let go of the boogie board.
Yes.
Now it's a situation.
That makes it a situation, as we're going to learn about coming up. Have you watched this yet? Producer
No.
Chris? Okay, good. I'm glad you're learning about this as we go. So now Opie's got a dilemma because there's a situation. Does he get himself involved in this situation?
When you see something where you're like, oh man, I got to get involved, you really start weighing, like, how much am I going to help? I got two small kids. that I got to take care of. I can't risk my life fully here, but let's see what I could do. All this goes through your mind. But I knew the kids were in trouble. I knew they needed a little help. I knew I could help a bit.
Well, they're dead now. They're dead. They didn't make it.
So I got on my boogie board.
I like that he goes, I can probably help a little bit. And if they get whisked off into the ocean, then whatever. I tried. I do whatever I could do. But I got kids of my own,
Who are also in the ocean.
This is, it's this life and death thing that's going through his head as he's watching these kids on a boogie board, and the dad seems slightly concerned. So now Opie makes that decision. He's like, nope, they need a hero. It's time.
I started making a beeline for the kids because I could handle the ocean. Not to brag, but I can. But I still respect it.
You respect it.
Did anyone order a hero?
Okay, so respecting the ocean, but also beelining through it in order to get to these kids. Now we find out what's going on with Dad. Remember, they're in the Hamptons. So this dad's got some money, and he's out at the beach looking good.
He's like, I'll give you some money to get the fuck away from my kids.
He's trying to impress while he's out on the beach.
It's obvious they're getting pulled out further and further. It is an absolute riptide. And I see their father. He's dressed to the nines for the beach. He's got the fancy designer fucking sunglasses on. He's got the latest iPhone. He's got fancy beach shoes. He's got a fucking probably a Rolex watch.
Probably.
So he's just taking everything off before he goes into the ocean. He's just getting everything that's expensive off his body. And then he got down to where he was wearing something over a bathing suit. At this point, I'm already pretty close to, getting to the kids. And I yelled to him on shore. I go, you got to get in here now. Now.
Opie is taking over this operation. He is now managing it. He's going to coordinate who's doing what on this front. I love this idea. First off, expensive watches can go underwater.
Yes.
It's fine. You don't have to take off your Rolex.
You don't have to take off your phone either.
Well, also, your shoes, like everything he's describing here is like this guy's obviously loaded. It's fine. But this guy's sitting there going, I think my kids are dying. Well, I'm going to get this shirt off. He's just taking his time.
And he never actually described an outfit. He just said he had sunglasses and a phone and a watch.
Yeah.
But he was dressed to the nines.
Dressed to the nines.
Beach nines.
Yeah.
It's a different type of nines.
So Opie's out there is like, your daughter's already dead, but get in here and save your son.
Well, yeah, this gets very interesting as Opie goes in to save the lives of these young children.
I was able to get to the boy first, and I just yelled to him like, "Grab my hand," because at this point I'm still standing. Grab my hand. He's on a boogie board. I'm like, I can pull you in. He was like, some old dude telling me to grab his hand. I could see the thought process.
Smart
I
kid.
could see it. He's like 12, maybe 13.
Okay, a couple of things going on in this. So this is this really dire situation that's going on where he's screaming at the dad, get in here. These kids, they need our help. Opie's able to walk over to this kid. He's still standing. And he's like, hey, man. And the guy's like, buddy, I'm good. So the kid's obviously not concerned.
Also, that's not my dad.
The kid's not concerned. Opie, it's not that far out if Opie's walking over there and just standing next to this kid on a boogie board. So already I'm going like, how heroic was this adventure that he was on? And so, he goes on to explain.
He's losing the battle fast, but he's going to be okay. I don't want to oversell any of this. He's going to be okay because he's on a boogie board. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. He's on a boogie board. He'll drift off. He'll end up somewhere in New Jersey.
Somewhere nice.
Maybe Maryland. He'll be fine. He'll figure out his way. Find a new family. Start over again. All right. So a minute ago, Opie's screaming at the dad, running out there, worried about this kid. And then he's just like, but anyway, he has a flotation device, so I'm not that worried about it. Okay. Interesting. And what about the girl who threw her boogie board away? This is now the pressing matter.
What am I going to do? Now the father, he's in a complete panic. He goes all the way out to his son. They're both way over their heads. The waves are like like this and pulling out. I now go for the girl. I got her again. I'm like, hold my hand. And we're holding steady. But I'm not making any progress to actually get her safely on shore. Now I'm thinking to myself, all right, we can swim sideways because that's what you do in a rip current. You got to swim sideways.
Yes! Opie, yes! This is what you do. The current's taking you off to sea, so you swim sideways, parallel with the shore, to get out of the riptide, and then you're able to come back pretty easily. Opie is now standing with this girl. The sun is, who knows, standing with this girl, holding her, trying to work up against the tide. And now he realizes this guy who respects the ocean, who's been living in this property for all this time, like, oh, there actually is a solution to this that I know about. I probably should have done that from the get-go, or just yelled to the kids, like, hey, swim sideways, before you go running out and yelling at the dad to, forget about the Rolex, there's no saving it. Opie explains that he is still standing up.
But I'm holding steady with the girl. We're not going out because I'm kind of on my feet.
He's still standing there. How dire is this that he's in the ocean holding this girl while he's standing up? Well, now we find out what's going on with the father and son.
The guy and his son, they're just fucking. I mean, they are so far out there. I'm like, how did that happen so fast? He was right there in my grasp.
So now I'm thinking to myself, this kid's got a flotation device. As Opie mentioned, he'll be good. But he screamed at the dad to come running in, and now the dad has no flotation device, and he's got ripped out at to sea. Like, this is your fault, Opie.
Well, the dad doesn't sound smart either.
Well,
taking orders.
I don't know a lot about the dad.
Taking orders from a homeless-looking stranger.
I don't know a ton about the dad. I can't pass judgment on that. But I just thought that was interesting that all of a sudden, like, the father and the son are gone. Like, all right, it's just you and me now.
We're starting a new life.
I'm your dad now. But this is obviously very traumatic for Opie because he starts thinking about life and death.
And I'm like, how are we going to take care of this? I'm starting to think, oh my God, this is a situation. And then I start thinking about my kids and my wife, and I'm like, how much help do you do before you're risking your own life? That's what went through my head the entire day yesterday after this went down.
So now Opie's thinking about, like, well, am I going to risk my life to save these kids? Or do I go, I did everything I can do. All right, see ya. Good luck with everything.
I'll sell your Rolex.
Nice meeting you. Producer Chris has to go.
Ow.
Producer Chris is out. Bye, Producer Chris.
Bye.
You're going to miss out on the new game.
Shut up.
I know. He's very upset about it.
Was he not respecting the ocean? What did he do?
Go to hell.
Yeah. Apparently somebody cut the cable lines coming into his house, so he has no internet. And so he has to go home and figure that out. Well, okay. This is very scary. Opie's standing in the ocean holding onto a girl, wondering whether or not he should just let her go because he's got kids of his own. And the father and the son are way out into the ocean. Who knows if they'll ever come back. But thank goodness things turn.
I swear to you, at this point, the cavalry was coming down the beach. It was a golf cart type vehicle, like an ATV with 4 or 5, I think it was 4 studs of lifeguards. There were two girls, 2 guys. They had the surfboard. They had the thing with the yellow rope.
He really paints a picture, doesn't he?
Yep.
I feel like I was there.
It's amazing, that thing with the yellow rope.
Yeah. So the lifeguards have arrived. Thank goodness for that. And because Opie, right before this, was thinking, like, I'm just going to let these people go, right? Because I don't want nothing to do with this. I have shit to do tomorrow. I got to do my stream in the morning. So thank goodness they showed up.
So I hold on to the girl until the lifeguards get in the water. They got to the girl quickly because we weren't that far out.
Okay. Again, Adam, like, the way he's explaining this, I'm just like, this doesn't sound like a big deal at all. Like, you could have just walked sideways, got away from the riptide, and be fine.
The only explanation for this is that this father called the lifeguards and the coastal police to deal with this man that's harassing his kids in low tide. Like,
actually, what happened was, because he says it's a private beach and there isn't public beaches that close, is the mom was there too, witnessing the dad and the son go whisking off into the ocean. So she ran down and got the lifeguards, who then drove down to help out.
I don't know if it's revealed at the end. You tell me if it is, but where have his kids been? His adult children?
His kids are already out of the ocean at this point.
How convenient.
Yes.
Okay. Not helping. Yes. He's like 18 and 16. How old are these kids? They're almost adults.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're like 14, 15, and maybe 12 or something like that. Right.
Kid's trying. See ya. Well, he's going to drown. I don't care. Cool to see you. Bye. Have fun, Dad.
Well, he acted like he needed to be out there with his kids before when they wanted to go swimming. That's how this whole story started.
I don't know. Keep going.
Yeah, I know. It seems odd to me, too, but what do I know? All right. And then Opie complains that he's the only person who's a good Samaritan out there.
I go in ashore, and then they get a rope around the father and the son. And now we got a lifeguard on the shoreline, like trying to pull the yellow rope in. She obviously needs help. I'm looking up and down the beach. This is what pissed me off, if you want to know the truth. I'm looking up and down the beach. I'm like, are anyone else going to help here? So now I jump, because I guess people think like, well, this is official business. I shouldn't get involved, blah, blah, blah. But the girl lifeguard was struggling trying to pull these people in from the water. So I jumped on the rope.
Opie, you live in the Hamptons. These people don't do anything. They don't help themselves. They're not lifting a finger. Of course they're not rushing into the water to help.
He did what? Bring in Officer Opie to my right now. You fly by the seat of your pants.
Right.
You gotta follow these rules. You can't just keep. But the children were.
I don't
dying.
play by the book, Sarge. You gotta understand that about me.
When are you gonna play by the rules?
I get results.
It matters how we do it. The process matters, Opie. God damn it.
So Opie, he's like, gosh, I'm so upset because I was concerned about my life and I have a family to take care of. But I'm even more concerned about these jerk neighbors I have who can't lift a fucking finger to help these people. And then we find out how dire this actually was.
The father just collapses on the shoreline and literally didn't get up for about 15 or 20 minutes. He was heavy breathing. I personally think this is where it gets a little grim. I personally think if the lifeguards didn't make it, I don't know if the father would have made it.
And whose fault would have that been? Adam, he just explained that if not for the mom being nearby and seeing this and running and getting the lifeguards, that the father would have died in the ocean. And the last thing the father would have heard is, "Get in here! Let's go!"
Yep.
That's crazy. And Opie never acknowledges that.
Nope.
As he goes through this entire story, he never once says, maybe I shouldn't have told the dad to run in since the kid has a boogie board. He can float. I got the daughter. It's fine.
Maybe I just shouldn't have gotten involved. Maybe I should have been paying attention to my own kids.
I mean, I'm giving him credit for being the hero that none of us deserve. But again, he reiterates that the son would have been fine.
If you're on a floating device and you're in a rip current, fucking stay on the goddamn floating device. Who cares if you're way out? They'll get you. They'll get you. Unless you're on some crazy isolated beach, they'll get you. You're safe on the boogie board.
Again, this is why he should not have yelled to the father to go running into the riptide.
And why was he wrestling about what to do for so long when all he should have done is just say, hey, hold on to that board, you'll be good.
Yeah, or swim sideways.
Swim sideways, go that way, yeah.
Swim sideways. You'll get out of it. You'll be fine. Relax, stay calm. That's the other thing, too. I was doing some research on this, because I don't know if you know this. I don't spend a ton of time in the ocean. But I was doing a little bit of research on this. And the very first thing they tell you when you're in a riptide is to stay calm. So you don't need like a maniac sprinting out to the ocean, screaming at your dad, "Get in here, let's go." That's going to cause some panic, I would think, of these kids.
Oh, you want to escalate the situation.
All right. After this story, Opie talks about how, when he's in New York City, when he's in Manhattan, he sees old people fall all the time. He never wants to help them because then it's a whole thing. He doesn't want to deal with it. He kind of limps over until someone else does it. Oh, okay, good. They're good.
Well, we're in the Hamptons. We can assume what kind of people these are.
But this is like Opie's proud of himself for getting himself involved because he never does that. And this is the last clip I have on here.
I'm like, wouldn't there have been a point where I would have had to let go of the girl's hand? That's what is freaking me out today. Is there a point I would have had to say, look, I got to let go because I got to save myself?
So Opie's all messed up by the fact that, wow, if this had lasted a little bit longer, he would have been like, all right, well, good luck to you. Bye. Gotta go. Good luck with this. That's a crazy thing to think.
He's come to face with his own mortality through helping others. It's a byproduct of being a good Samaritan.
I suppose.
This never happened. This didn't happen. I was with you in the beginning because you were right. His voice was different. And I was like, oh, he's speaking from somewhere else. But if you notice by the end, he's back to closer to his regular voice because I think this is something that happened. He either saw happen or happened years ago when his kids were kids, and he's then embellishing on this story and doing what I wished I had done thing. Because, in any interrogation, when you give too many details, it seems like you're lying, and he's just it sounded like a police interrogation. 150 feet. I think he had an iPhone Max Pro with a gray cover. And
the Rolex. Yeah.
Why are you giving all these details? And the way he talked to his kids, again, he talks to them like they're little kids. Like, let me teach you about the ocean. Your kid's 14. They're not looking for you to...
They've lived in that house their entire lives. They spend every summer there. It's like, yeah, Dad, we know. We get it.
They know swimming. They've at least got that down.
Right.
So I don't know what he's talking about. Then they mysteriously disappear, and then, of course, he's a hero, but also the victim. And
Adam, I will say, I pulled clips, so I didn't have the whole thing. He does talk about his kids coming out of the ocean, and that's when he realizes, so...
Okay.
He did address that.
This is something that either happened a long time ago and he's building on, or he's just making up. Because
I'll tell you this, and I'll do it with a drop. I did get a text from Anthony this week about this because he's also enthralled with this story, and so I asked him his take on it, and he seems to think that this is all wildly exaggerated.
I would think so.
Yeah, like when you hear. Because like you said, there's all these details to try to make it sound like it was like more incredible than it was. But then when you find out all he did was like grab this kid and he's just standing in the ocean, and then the kid goes away, and then he grabs the girl and he just stands there with the girl. It
was the same thing with the phone store. You realize he just went to the phone store. That's what happened.
Right.
And his mind is racing with all these things.
It took a while for the data to switch over because he didn't know his password. Right.
But he turns it into a stand-up set where they're quitting and fighting amongst themselves, and he's this, comedic genius.
They're going on break a half an hour before the store closes.
And they're like commenting on how funny he is and how he's getting off good ones. Everything's happening, right?
Yeah.
And what's wrong with his phone, no one's ever seen before. Like, it's based on a real thing, and then he takes it. That's what this is. It's based on some nugget of truth that he's turning into this whole fucking thing. It starts with truth, and then as it gets more fantastical, his voice gets higher and higher, and he starts to sound more like his old self, and he loses the thread, like anybody who's really paying attention points out, because he's not paying attention.
Adam, I got to tell you, since producer Chris left, this just feels right. This feels good.
It feels good.
Doesn't it? Like,
it's
just
free.
The two of us.
It's not funny at all, right? There's no jokes because Chris is gone.
It's nothing funny. Like there's no drops going on, nothing to make it interesting.
Nope.
We do have 2 minutes with Tom, and a brand new game, Is It Gay? And then, of course, your voicemails coming up. But first, I want to thank the people who are going over to supertip.gg/WATP for attempting to ruin this show. Take that one.
Stewie Felt says, horse rider.
I see what you did there. I'm an idiot.
Karmic's like Scott Steiner. The numbers don't lie, and they spell doom for you.
I don't know exactly what that meant. But
Big Daddy Dodo coming in.
What say you, horse rider?
All right, that's going to become a thing. What's E-Rock telling me right now? I think you're right. This happened to him. He was busy on his phone, and someone yelled at him to go help his kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's something like that he turns into this fantasy thing.
He was the asshole who had to take his Rolex off and put his phone away in order to go into the ocean. That's a fun theory. Stewie Felt coming in.
Opie is like, the thing about a riptide, Chief, they got black eyes, doll's eyes, don't seem to be living.
Yeah, I know, the way you described the riptide.
And the way Opie's face, I'm sorry, he's like he has to do a face reveal because when we finally get to see him, it's going to be shocking. Like, he's aging and hiding it from us. So instead of gradually getting used to it, he's just going to look like a monster one day.
Yeah, his face doesn't look like he's at the beach. It looks like he's at the desert.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He's just taking sandstorms on a daily basis. It's not good for you.
Very rough. KFT coming in. It's the SJ story of saving kids from drowning. It's exactly that. KFT.
I know.
It really
the
is.
parallels with Stuttering John, I didn't want to bring it up because I do it too much. But we've heard about John saving people from drowning multiple times now. I don't have any stories like that.
No, I got
Maybe I should start making some up. Ghost Crusaders TV coming in.
Funny enough, I was walking doggy the other morning and I see one of my neighbors, one of my neighbors here in the Hamptons, one of them were getting rid of their bed. There was this big, beautiful king size bed they were getting rid of. So I was like, hey, you guys getting rid of this bed here? And the lady was like, yeah, we're getting rid of the bed. So I was like, you mind if I take this mattress off your hands? And she was like, well, no, I don't think so. And I was like, oh, go a scaroo. You're getting rid of the bed. You obviously don't need it. Let me take it off your hands for you. But no, she wouldn't do it. So sorry, Ron. I tried, buddy, but I really I don't think it would have fit in your bedroom anyway. Ha 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 ha.
So was that story really worth $20?
This is getting meta.
Yeah, it really is.
These comments. I could see that exactly going down that way. Rumpled trenchcoat coming in.
The beach captain made me hand in my starfish and spear gun right on the spot for breaking all the rules, man. The Opster is my Bruce Wayne. I sacrifice my regular life pretending to be a total piece of shit that harasses innocent people so I can save them when a hero is needed.
That's the Opster I know. James Q. Legend. Kelp is too poor to super chat Opie. Gay boner. Why do these liars lie about saving drowning people?
I think they see it in movies, and it's just like a fantasy.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to save people's lives.
Diana Sklans, Opie's imaginary terrestrial radio show he sings in bumper music, comes in doing weather at the top of the hour, and then checks in with his whack pack. That's right. That's what he does.
Yeah, the roll call part is brutal.
Mike Roch, is this possibly a fake story in response to Adam saying that the past couple weeks that Opie's family is gone? Maybe, because I think this just further proves that his family's not around. He never talks about them in the present tense or with current modern references.
Okay, now that you say that, the fact that like the kids are nowhere to be found, they were all just swimming together.
Yeah.
And now there's people in distress and Opie's the only one. Yeah.
And they're not kids. They're like a,
right. They can help.
Yeah, they can help out. They would say, Dad, that kid's drowning. Also, when he's a hero, they're gone. So no one can really vouch for this. But then when it's back to the police taking over, they're there.
Yeah.
Erin's feel bads. I'm a little girl who threw the boogie board. Opie dunked me under the water and held me there. He tried to kill me. That's actually true. We can validate that.
That's probably not true. It's probably not.
Fun. Okay, member for a month. JFC. Where's the AI pick story helper when we need it?
Oh, that's coming. It's the other thing I was texting with Anthony. He's like, the way he describes it's like he's David Hasselhoff running to save these kids. I was like, fuck, if I had time, I'd Photoshop Opie's face on David Hasselhoff's body in Baywatch. I tried to do it with AI. I couldn't pull it off.
If only Opie's didn't
not
have to
famous
deal
enough.
with the upper crust of the Hamptons elite, and he's busy saving their kids
That's
because
right.
they're too rich for it. Drunk engineer, I think Opie just fell asleep watching a rerun of Baywatch. Exactly.
It's very possible.
Diablo Sandwich, did Opie find Mazzy out there in the ocean?
You know what? That's a good point. When the lifeguards show up on the ATV, there's 2 guys and 2 girls. That's very much Baywatch right there.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said, yeah.
Oh, my God. There's 4 people ready to go at a moment's notice. That's amazing.
Yep. All right. You know what else is amazing? Is that we have our review girls. Annie's here. What's up, Annie?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. And Megan is here. What's happening, Megan?
Hello, hello.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Annie.
Do you have your audio on?
I do.
I can't hear you. All right. Well, while you're playing with that, Cardiff is here as well.
Oh, hello.
What's up, Cardiff?
How are you?
How's it going,
Here, I
buddy?
have competition in the game department today.
Yes, we have a new game that we're going to be debuting. And let's get started with your game, 2 Minutes with Tom. And without producer Chris here, I'm a little bit nervous that we can pull this off. Fingers crossed.
It's time for everyone's favorite new game show, 2 Minutes with Tom. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? And Adam Bush, are you ready to find the bomb? Playing 2 Minutes with Tom.
Your final comic of this evening has traveled all around the country. He's also done movies, television, and corporate gigs. He's also a PA announcer for the baseball tournaments. Here's Tom Myers, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like movies should have come last in that sequence. TV, movies, and corporate gigs.
You don't need the last one. We'll just
Nope.
do.
But the announcing of the baseball tournaments.
Yeah. Children's baseball tournaments. Yeah, all right, whatever.
All right, we in a good mood? Yeah, so am I. Get to announce baseball games. That's pretty cool because I love baseball. I love sports. Everybody tells me I've got the body of an athlete. Figure skaters are athletes, right? No, I love baseball. I can't really play baseball that well, but I take comfort in the fact that, at least for now anyway, I could play better than...
What did Tom say next? Here are your choices. Number 1, the 8-year-olds that I announce. B, Lou Gehrig. Next, Oscar Pistorius. As long as he doesn't get to wear those blades on his legs. 4, Mariano Rivera. And lastly, Aaron Hernandez can maintain a friendship.
Oh, wow. Okay, that went in a whole different direction at the end. God, I have no one to keep score, so everyone's got to remember what they said, and I won't know. I'm going to go with the 8-year-olds that I announced, only because it's been brought up twice now that he announces baseball games, so it would work in the context of it. And some of the other ones are way too funny. Adam, what do you think?
I'm going to go with next just because it's so wordy, but I feel like 4. I can just hear him saying that. But I'm sticking with...
next. Oscar Pistorius.
Yes, Oscar
who has
Pistorius.
nothing to do with baseball. And I believe lives in a country that doesn't play baseball. What do you think, Annie?
Number 4, Mariano Rivera.
If that's the joke. Megan, what do you think?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Great. I'm going to go with number 1, just because it makes sense for him. But Lastly is hilarious. But I'm going with number 1.
Very funny.
If it is Lastly, I'm going to give Tom credit, because that would be a misdirect.
And just for context, Carl, Oscar Pistorius would have been all over the news at this time. But Tom told this joke. Just for context.
Okay. Good to know.
2 Minutes with Tom.
No, I love baseball. I can't really play baseball that well, but I take comfort in the fact that, at least for now anyway, I could play better than Mariano Rivera.
Jesus.
I thought I had this one.
Woo!
Congratulations,
Annie. Congratulations.
Twice.
All right, I got to figure out where he's going with this. All right, let's find out where he's going with this.
And if any Yankees fans out there are offended, I don't care. And quite frankly, neither is anybody else. So...
This episode has been brought to you by patreon.com/Cardiff Electric and Cardiff Electric's new YouTube. Subscribe today at Cardiff Elect. Sit, Eugene, sit. Good dog. Again, I'll give it some context. I think,
please,
based on when this was published, was around the time Mariano Rivera retired.
It wouldn't make him a better baseball player than this guy. It doesn't make any fucking sense. He was the best relief pitcher. Anyway.
But he's
It's a name he
47,
knows,
so he's
that's all.
done. I don't know.
It's so stupid to say that. Like, when you retire from baseball, it doesn't mean you can't play baseball anymore.
Yeah, I was looking to see if Mariano Rivera lost an arm
Right.
at some point. No.
He just thinks the name has a funny rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, great game, and congratulations to Annie for winning that. All right, so we are going to debut a game now. I think the only All right. Well, Megan's running this. I kind of know what's going on this time, but I won't next time. So it's going to be Adam versus Annie versus Cardiff. And the game is this. Actually, do you want to explain it, Megan?
Sure. So, as we all know, Aaron likes to call things gay on his show. So, I decided to come up with a game with the help of Carl called Is It Gay? And we're going to watch some SteelToe clips and see if he thinks that the topic that he's talking about, it's primarily chatters asking him questions, at least the clips that I pulled. But we're going to see if what he's talking about is gay or not.
Yeah. So Aaron
Good
famously has nothing except for calling things gay. And sometimes it's surprising the things that he considers to be gay, 'cause that's his only go-to. And yeah,
I have to cry foul here.
Okay.
I'm playing Is It Gay against the gay guy?
Adam, comment?
Yes.
You're referencing Aaron?
No. All right. So the only thing you have to decide is he going to call this thing gay or not, starting with this.
Hobo Chili Recipe says, if you had to create a threesome with the ladies from The View, who's your two lucky ladies? I actually can answer that. It would be the tasty one on the end.
Whoopi.
What is her name? Alyssa Griffin? Is it? Whatever her name is. Her and the blonde bitch.
Ugh.
I shouldn't say bitch. She's probably a nice lady. The blonde lady. Is her name Sarah? I think Sarah and Alyssa are the two women from The View I would pick. And yes, I will admit, after that, I'd kind of have to go with Sunny Hostin, because otherwise it's Joy or Whoopi.
All right. Is that gay or not, Adam Bush?
You know, how the fuck would I know?
You're the expert.
Take your best guess.
What I want to hear is what's Aaron's problem with Joy and Whoopi. I want to get into.
If you wanted to hear his take on The View, you could watch his show. He talks about it all the time.
I didn't even know The View was still on.
Yeah, it's still on.
It was just funny that he immediately knew what the current lineup was.
Yeah. He watches clips all the time. He's into it.
Since he's talking about men having sex with women, I'm sure he'll find a way to make that gay.
Annie, what do you think?
Gay.
Cardiff.
I'm going to throw a curveball here, like Mariano Rivera. I think Joy straight, Whoopi gay. I think he breaks it down.
Oh. Mariano, mostly through fastballs and changeups, but
I know. I just had to.
It's a good guess.
Segue in there.
All right.
Thank you.
I just realized how fucking gay am I that I just named every single member of The View. Yeah, Sarah Haynes, Alyssa Griffin, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg. You know what, guys? I gotta go. There's a rope and a sturdy beam calling my name.
Nothing gayer than naming women.
There you go, guys. Congratulations. Most of you got that correct. Now you're understanding how this game works.
Got it.
Let's
How
go
come
to
you
the
never
next.
come on as associate producer Ralph, Cardiff? That's not
me?
Yeah.
It's not me.
I never invited associate producer Ralph onto this show. Cardiff
But
comes
he's-
on this show.
Okay. I'll go along with the conceit. I'm with you.
Give Me Tip says, just had a grad party last weekend. This generation doesn't party like our generation. There was no drinking. Yeah, but isn't that still Gen Z? We're talking about Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha might not be a bunch of fucking pussies. Gen Alpha might be based and awesome.
Where's he going with this, Adam? What do you think? Is it gay?
I'm going to say yes to everything.
Annie, is it gay?
I'm going with the same strategy. Everything's gay.
Cardiff?
Not gay.
Gen Z's gay. Because the millennials were kind of gay. But we're way straighter than Gen Z.
This guy, I mean, you never know what he's going to do with
Aaron.
Aaron.
Millennial?
That's why he's so talented. Is it? Yeah, he is a millennial, right?
He's an alpha.
Said we.
Legally speaking.
Legally speaking, he's legally a millennial. All right, we got another round of Is It Gay? Listen closely.
New guy says, you drank Zima until 22 and were a pro wrestler. I mean, when you put it that way and you call it Zima,
He's talking about Zima, Adam. Is it gay?
You know, I don't know much about those kind of beverages. I'm just a simple caveman, but god damn it sounds like he's going to say gay.
Annie?
It's definitely gay.
Cardiff, I think you're 0 for 2.
I know, but I think Megan's throwing us one of those old Mariano Rivera curveballs here, and I'm going not gay.
All right, here we go.
I mean, it sounds pretty gay.
I love this game.
This game rules. I always think Cardiff's like really good at making games, but terrible at playing them.
Yeah, it's much harder to play them.
Yes, we're learning that right now.
I'm glad we're all enjoying this.
Yes. All right. Well, let's find out if this next one is going to be gay. So listen to the setup and decide for yourself. Is it gay?
Eaton Clam says, I feel the love in the chat today. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a great show. God damn, this is a good one. What is this? Oasis Vibe.
Oasis Vibe Celsius. Adam, do you think Oasis Vibe Celsius is gay?
Me personally, I haven't gotten to know it very well, but
Okay.
I have a feeling that when faced with a sparkling beverage, Aaron's going to find that pretty gay.
Annie?
Was this on Rumble Friday?
This is from the 12th.
Oh, then it's definitely gay.
Cardiff?
My arms are crossed and I'm way back in my chair. Not gay.
All right, let's go. Cardiff's trying to get on the board.
Celsius. Sparkling Prickly Pear Lime Edition. Of course, it's got a gay fucking name.
Yep.
Damn it.
And I'm just chugging it down.
All right, we got one more. I don't think Cardiff can win this. Well, this one's worth 5 points.
Yes.
Final round is worth
Last
5
goal
points. Right. So let's see if someone can make a move here. This one's called Golfing with Your Dick Out.
Oh!
Golfing with your dick out. Let's find out. Is it gay?
First of all, do you think you're golfing with any chicks when you're doing this? No. Do you think that if you were golfing with any women and you were doing this, that somehow they would think, oh, that's really great. Oh, man, I love that his dick's out while he's golfing. No, because all she's thinking is, did that pussy really not hit the ball past where I'm supposed to tee off? So,
okay. What do you think, Adam? I can't think of something more masculine than golfing with your cock.
He's just so slow. Like, everybody else speaks in his vernacular in his mind. They all
Right.
have the same voice, even strangers. I'm going to have to say, by the way, he's selling this tournament really well. It's a really great job. He's going to find it somewhat gay.
You think it's going to be gay? Annie, I ask you, is it gay?
It's definitely gay. And I also bet he has one of those golf clubs that you can pee into.
They make those?
I was going to say, what's wrong with that?
It was like one of those infomercial, like stupid gimmick, but probably a real product things that you could buy. You know, like I guess if you had a bladder problem or something like
Yeah.
that, you could piss into the golf club.
The trees are full.
Yeah, I feel like it would screw up the weight, but anyway. Cardiff, is it gay?
No.
Hey, Cardiff for the win here. 5 points. Let's find out.
did that pussy really not hit the ball past where I'm supposed to tee off? So no matter what happens, the whole thing is gay. It's gay.
Can I explain the difference between a game and a bit?
Fucking Aaron, man.
But we
He's
all
incredible.
Win here. We all win.
Aaron just has zero creativity. Just everything turns out to be gay in his mind.
Those were obviously taken from months and months apart.
2 different episodes. Right?
Months and
Megan?
months apart.
It was 3 different episodes this month.
All on Fridays?
From different years?
No.
Where are you going with this?
I would say I'd say the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's shocking how often he says this.
All right, he stinks.
Supertip.gg/WATP.
I'm gay.
It's like Asian Rob Saul. It's just always funny.
Yeah. For some reason it is. Drunk Engineer coming in. I'm killing it at this game. Being a homophobe from flyover country is finally paying off. See? This is a game for the whole family to enjoy. the greater good, can we add kelp and legends dialogue to this game?
We just did.
It's more of a question for Megan than me. Juggernaut coming in.
I get cornholed on the back nine. Not gay at all.
Very good. I want to thank Cardiff for being here. Of course, you can check out at Cardiff Elect on YouTube to see what Cardiff's up to. What do you got going on this week?
We've got a, what are we calling it now? Thursday night hackdown tomorrow night. The interview with Dr. Chow, Chad Zumach's former co-host.
Wow.
That's exciting.
And we might watch a little bit of Chad's disaster show from yesterday.
Oh, what happened yesterday? I wasn't following.
Oh, his audio was just completely falling apart where everything was clipping. His clips were clipping. He was clipping. He just had a hissy fit and took off. Then he won an MLC and took a beating for 3 hours about the death pool. So
they're still talking about the death pool over there?
Oh, they beat the shit out of him yesterday. About the
they are
death pool.
starved for content in that world, it seems like. Adam Bush, anything you're promoting, my friend?
Oh, if anybody's available tomorrow night, I'll be appearing on the Topic Time with Harrison Young at 5 p.m. Eastern. I will be his guest, and we will have a lovely, very short conversation. If anybody has any questions they would like me to ask him, I would like to ask them on your behalf.
Oh, so it won't be live, but that's when you're doing it. That's when you're recording.
Does it not stream live? I don't know.
I don't think so.
You know so much more about this than I do.
I've done it. I did a show. I think
Great.
it takes a week or two. Or
Oh, I'm
3.
sorry. Okay.
But
he was so obsessed with me promoting it, and it had to be before it came out. And I wrote this whole thing, and I referred to him as sad and gloomy and a bunch of other words he didn't understand. And he wrote back, "Thank you so much. This is such an honor. Can't wait."
Oh, no. Well, maybe it is live then. I don't know. Find out for us.
Either way, I will bring it back here, and we will go over it and all of the minutia and just get down to the bottom of it.
I can't wait. Annie, where can people find you?
If you want to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, I just hit 100 subscribers. Go to insanity.com,
Nice.
INSANNEITY.com.
Excellent. And Megan, thank you for bringing that game. That's a hit.
You're
I'm calling
welcome.
it-
I
I'm
hope
calling it
everyone
right
else
now.
enjoyed it.
Well done.
I'm calling it right now. It's a hit.
Home
All
run.
right. Let's hit some voicemails, and then we'll get out of here. You know, I talked about how when I was growing up, I
Sorry.
played this.
No reviews?
Oh, shit. You're right. We do have reviews, don't we?
Thank you, Producer Chris.
I'm flying through. Yeah, right? Because Producer Chris isn't here. I'm just like going on my way.
I even have a review to read.
Oh, well, then why don't you take it away for us, Scarred?
All right. This first review is titled Villa Roma, Villa No More.
Oh.
What is this about?
I don't know. I just have to slip that in there. Go
All
ahead,
right.
girls.
I get
No,
it.
I have an actual review that I can read that someone had written about John's appearance on his on the Stephanie Miller show.
Okay.
They said, I cannot believe that this man will not stop wheezing and hacking into the mic. Please get rid of him. He is unlistenable.
That's beautiful.
That was on the notes they were handing to him, and he still hasn't even thought about it. It's amazing. Yep.
Just go to laugh.
And it's real.
All right. Do we have reviews that aren't for Villa Roma or John on Stephanie Miller?
No guarantees, but I do have one.
Okay.
Comes in from Nate Rob X. Come on, guys. KK Carl goes first in the trivia games. He's the king of the concrete jungle.
Okay. I do go first. Is that a 5-star review?
Yes, it is.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for that, KKK Rob or whatever the name was. Maybe I'm mixing things up. Megan, you were checking out Spotify. People can comment on our individual episodes on Spotify
Yes.
now.
Yes, they can.
They say nice things about these episodes, I imagine.
Depends on what you think nice is.
Well, I think it's pretty clear.
I'll read one from WNY Pasquale.
Mhm.
The show could really be cut down to an hour.
I'll let our editor Ed know that. Cut out the Karmic segment. Cut out the SteelToe segment. Just do half of Stuttering John, a third of Opie, and call it.
Leave the super chats.
Yes, always.
That's all we got.
Megan, anything else?
I mean, I can read more if you want.
Well, I felt like you were going to. It seemed like there was going to be more than one.
Sure. So there's one from Dan from episode 636. Get over the Opie BS. He is boring and not funny. Okay. It makes your show unlistenable.
I don't know if I agree with
He's
that.
unfunny, but not boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's saving lives. He didn't know that, though, back then, so it's not his fault. He's going to come around on it.
And Shark Week is coming up next week, so there's going to be shark stories from him.
If he's riding sharks, I'm all in. I'm excited about that.
We should do Mud Shark Week.
Yes.
Did Cardiff just say that?
No, Adam did.
I know. That should have been Cardiff's idea right there. He's tuned out right now.
No, I was writing down Mud Shark Week.
Okay, yes.
Mud Shark Tank.
It's a very good idea.
Damn it, Shark. Yeah, it is Shark Week, isn't it?
Yep.
Why is that a thing?
Because sharks are cool.
I like sharks, but it's Animal Planet just invented that, and we all just go along with it like it's a real thing.
What was the Discovery? Well,
Discovery
Valentine's Day is a
Channel.
real thing, Carl.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I've been telling my wife that for years. Shark Week's not a thing either. All right. We ready for voicemails?
Yes.
Let's hit some and get out of here. I was talking about how I used to play this game when I was younger called Smear the Queer.
Hey, Carl, the show's a lot of fun, but sometimes you learn stuff, too. Pay attention, kids. Carl brought up Smear the Queer. Look at his teeth and his legs. How do you think he ended up like that? He got smeared a lot. So, don't be gay, kids. You'd be a smile-talking, club-footed, cedar paneled basement son of a bitch. Bye.
It had nothing to do with the wood paneling in my basement, I can assure you that. Also, I don't wear a helmet when I ride my bike. So there's a lot of
And to
problems.
defend Carl, at least his basement isn't covered in Star Wars anymore.
That's true. That's been moved upstairs to the music room. Southwest story coming comments coming in.
Carl, you keep telling me this epic story of what happened with Southwest Airlines at the airport, and I can't find it anywhere. Don't tell me I gotta pay you on the paywall in order to find out what dissatisfaction you have with Southwest Airlines. I mean, I flew Southwest Airlines on Tuesday as well. It was out of Detroit, and yeah, there was a little bit of badness there. It wasn't all the best. It could have been better, but I need to know what exactly is your problem with them. All right, tell me where I can find it. Bye.
Anyway, it was if you are interested, it was the preamble on the Wednesday show last week on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
I talked all about it. Well, it didn't make the show proper because I'm not that dumb. Cow photographer coming in.
Hey, Carl, it's Cow photographer. R.E. Chrissy being stunning. She is way better looking in person than on the promo photos that at least she used to run like 4 or 5 years ago. When I met her in person, I was like, oh, wow, you're way more attractive. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I'd put a baby in her. Okay, bye.
All right, cow photographer. Now, I think that's an insulting thing to say, but she is very attractive.
Did you feel she has a presence? Did he feel that she had like a real presence about her? He didn't mention that.
Geary Rexwork says, why am I not Buffalo Ironworks Saturday night, July 19th? Still promoting the show. Is he in that band?
Must be.
Interesting. I am intrigued. Here's a question for Adam Bush.
I got a question for the good Dr. Bush, and you're also a musician, so I respect your opinion on this. What do you think about a guy who's in a band, and the band is a gimmick on top of a gimmick on top of a gimmick on top of a gimmick? So he lives in a cold climate, nowhere near the ocean. It's 2025. He plays surf rock. He doesn't surf. He plays surf rock that's instrumental. No singing, no vocals. Dresses up as a nerd, but says he's a scientist, and then names the band after a Simpsons reference. What a fucking dork.
It didn't sound like a question at the end.
Gay.
You're right again, my friend.
I knew it.
Congratulations.
I love this game, Megan.
Well played. Mike Roch says Cardis Shark Tank. Also a possibility for you. I like Mud Shark Week better. This is a message for Opie from his HVAC guy.
Hey, it's for WATP. Just listening to Opie bitch and moan, the millionaire, about not being able to afford to fix his air conditioner. The fucking cocksucker. I work in the skilled trades. And I can tell you, I'm a skilled tradesman who doesn't really care to do side jobs. When I'm not working, I don't want to fucking work. I already work enough. So the fact that he's probably harassing this guy, and the guy's just blowing him off because he, A, doesn't fucking care, and B, Opie's a cheap cocksucker. So pony up the fucking money, bitch, and just get your shit fixed, you loser. Fucking dick.
Sounds about right. I like the passion there.
Carl, thank you for being the most stable podcaster with the most normal opinions.
Yep.
Every day I'm shocked how normal you are, despite your clubfoot and snaggletooth and mum wife and everything else they were supposed to make fun of you for. You're exceedingly normal. And that, for whatever reason, in the world of the internet, is to be commended. So congratulations. And double congratulations to producer Chris for being twice as normal and twice as powerful. Amen.
I'm not sure what to believe on that one. Sarcasm's getting real thick on the voicemails lately.
All I hear is facts.
Those Wednesday voicemails, Carl.
It is the Wednesday voicemails that are the problem. Here's another guy who's into Chrissy.
Why is Chrissy Mayer getting so much shit lately? Why does everybody fucking hate her? Why? Because she's not funny? I would fuck her till her pussy melts or just explodes.
Wow.
That sounds
oh,
fun for her.
follow Cardiff Electric on YouTube.
There you go.
Cardiff Electric.
Can that happen?
I mean, I can honestly say I've never done that.
You never fucked the girl till her pussy exploded?
Or melted. No.
That's vulgar.
It seems wild.
What do it makes them think that's what women want to hear?
Well, I don't think he was hitting on Chrissy in his defense.
I mean, it's good to have goals, though, Adam.
It is.
Aim high.
Deluxe coming in.
Carl, I don't know how you guys do it every time I start to think WATP isn't as good as it once was. Maybe it's fading. You guys drop back-to-back bangers.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Wednesday and Saturday were good. Oh, man, I loved it. Adam had no clue that you were trolling. He thought your whole airport thing was like that you were serious. You could see by the look on his face. And then when he slammed, he was just seething when he slammed his fist on the desk. And you asked him what was wrong. He's like, oh, these LA summer flies are killing me. I haven't seen him that mad since he stormed off. And I mean, Gino was talking a while back. He just was so mad. Deluxe out.
Thank you, Deluxe. Last voicemail coming in.
Fuck you, Carl, for making us listen to Gringo Puppy's shitty improv. I hope he dies in a fire. Smooches for Chris.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's referring to those CBD commercials that we were checking out on here. All right, what did I forget to do today? Anything?
Did you do the Magic Mind promo? Did you get that in? Did you do the...
I did.
Okay.
I missed it on my Saturday show, but I got it in today.
Okay, good.
So there's that. But thank you, Adam. Thanks for checking up on me. Did we cover all the stuff that we were going to cover?
We've done it all.
We have done it all. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being a part of this.
I got to go. Bye. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go.
Okay, bye.